welcome to episode 191 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ask Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. You know, I was actually, I'll let you go, Eric. I'll get to it later.
I am the RJ.
Only known as
The RJ.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K Diddy.
Take that.
Yeah, bro.
Man, it's wrestling today. Okay, anyway, you can go ahead and find us at www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker.
You damn right.
You can also find us at Technical File on the Instagram and the Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you go ahead and mosey on over to the other social media platform called Facebook, where you can find us Technical File Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You join in also with the listeners, fans, and the fam on our Technical File Pod Overtime group.
Mm-hmm.
But last but not least, don't forget to come on and see our beautiful faces up on YouTube. YT, Technical File Podcast.
For sure. Make sure y'all come on through. Subscribe and like those videos, man.
Do it. But like I say every week, man, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Tech File fam, share it at one you know. Your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your brother, your granny, granddaddy, baby mama, baby daddy, wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Share, man. Wherever you're
Tell
listening
them
right
all.
now. Exactly. Sharing is caring, man. It takes less than 30 seconds to do, and we don't grow without y'all. So let's help this fam grow. And exactly, show the show.
For sure. Tech File Challenge.
Yeah, what was your favorite Stone Cold moment? It is 3/16, so you know it is Stone Cold Steve Austin Day.
That's right.
So let us know your favorite Stone Cold moment.
What?
First one that comes to mind for me is the bedpan. That's still one of the funniest
Yeah,
sounds I
that's
ever
hilarious.
heard. When he smacked Vince with that bedpan and that the way it goes, don't like that
Yeah,
sound.
that was hilarious. Him and Booker T fighting in the grocery store was hilarious too.
Oh, Booker T made that like Booker
Man,
T
that was
gave his
hilarious.
all to sell that.
Shout out to Sam. She had her Booker T and Stone Cold moment too.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? She got in a fight in a grocery store?
Yeah, she tried to fight me. She tried to start a match in the grocery store. She ended up like Booker T.
Oh, you said fight you? I thought she was out here fighting. Right?
Right,
I got
I'm
picture
like,
evidence. She laid out, SmackDown posed on the ground in the middle of the grocery store.
You was trying to send you to jail.
Oh, I'm telling you.
right.
Still would have been
I
in the
said it was a
handcuffs
match.
immediately.
It was a match. She lost.
All right, then.
Okay,
She
all
fought
right.
herself.
All right.
But I like the beer.
Again, like self-incrimination on the podcast.
Oh, she fought herself.
The Tim K.
I whooped their ass in the store. I'll do it again.
Had to lay it out.
Oh, I had
Like,
another
Jesus.
match. But too bad she
Calm
beat
down.
herself. She beat herself. Can I get out of this thing? I'm trying like 3 times. Y'all just keep on going. The beer truck. The beer damn truck. I'm gonna throw some middle fingers up there like him too. Bastards.
Any of y'all got a brewski for good old Stone Cold today? Anybody drinking a brewski?
What?
Oh no, I should have brought out the young brew.
I don't
was
think none
never
of
really
us
a fan
are.
of beer.
Are any of y'all beer drinkers? I know Eric's not.
I am. I
You know what? I got a root beer. I'll go ahead and throw one up on 316. I got them.
As a kid, like
No.
they used to promote brisk iced teas like heavy during wrestling. So like those are my Steve Weisers. Like I used to get 2,
Yeah.
crack them open.
You used to actually do the two at the same time.
You never
Like,
tried that?
I would drink them at the
No, I
same time.
never
Yeah.
tried. I wasn't.
Oh yeah, I definitely
Come on,
did
you
that.
had to do it at least once.
Yeah, I definitely done it
At least once. You gotta
a
take
few
catch 'em.
times.
Have somebody
I'm not
toss
trying
them
to
you,
get
crack
wet,
them
like-
motherfuckers.
No,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
yeah.
mess my clothes up. Like,
Just
no,
one time.
man.
Come
No,
on, when I
man.
see you, bro, and if we tailgating, you gotta hit the Stone Cold one
I'm
time.
not hitting no Stone Cold
I give you a
unless you're
poncho.
giving me waters.
There are 3 things that you got to do. Clothing be damned. 1, Steve Weisers.
Yeah,
Got to knock them back 2 at a time.
give me
Double
here.
fist them.
Mm-hmm.
2, the Triple H water spit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've done that. That I've done.
3, and I've never done this, but this is like on my bucket list. I want to do like the champagne spray like after you win a title.
Oh yeah, that'd be
I
dope.
want to do that.
Yeah.
No, I've
We-
always thought about the mess. Somebody got to clean that bitch up. And
I mean, if you outside, then it don't matter.
I already
Outside.
know when I'm gonna do it. Bucks win the title. I'm going outside and I'm spraying.
you got that bug. You got that bug.
He got that bubbly. He got that bubbly.
Hey, I'm gonna be down there. I don't give a fuck. I ain't no Bucks fan, but it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit as hell in the city. I'm down here. This nigga ain't never root for the Bucks. Hey, nigga, I'm here.
He gonna have a magical Bucks jersey. I'm like,
Pass me the champagne, motherfucker.
it's gonna be a custom one. It's gonna say. Hey, but yeah, definitely let us know your favorite Stone Cold memories for the Tech File Challenge this week.
Let us know.
But wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
Google Play,
Mm-hmm.
Stitcher,
Mm-hmm.
SoundCloud,
SoundCloud.
Spotify,
Spotify.
Amazon Music,
Amazon.
We there too.
We there.
iHeartRadio,
We are there.
Pandora,
We there too.
Mm-hmm.
Himalaya,
like a
player. We there.
Wooshka,
Wooska. This nigga.
the Good News app.
Good
Hey.
News Radio.
That is your weekly reminder. You can catch the show live Tuesdays between 6 and 8 p.m. Central Time. Download the Good News app and come on, listen to us. Be part of the show. We got a chat box and everything. We be sitting there looking, come and be part of the show.
Oh, I forgot. That's the bonus Tech File Challenge of the month,
Oh yeah.
which is show us that you have show us, take a screenshot, show you using the app, whatever. Like, we want to see it on your phone, the Good News app, and you'll enter to win a swag package from us.
Swag package.
You gotta do it by the end of March. So March 31st it locks. Well, I guess April 1st it locks. But yeah, do that. Anyway,
Yeah, go ahead, do it now.
but you can also find us wherever you're listening to this episode now. While there, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, review. 5 stars or better. It helps us and we appreciate it.
We need all of them, all 5 of them things.
5.
Hello.
Because 3 ain't enough.
Tim got a little more skin showing this week than he has. And
I had a doctor's appointment, so I had to.
Frisky
So
Tim out here.
So you wore a deep V-neck?
Jesus.
I had to get dressed and shit.
All
I
right,
look
man.
nice on my
You
way.
have to get naked for them?
Right. Like,
Hey,
easy access over here.
I ain't
Exactly. He's like,
really been
oh.
nowhere in this shit, so I was like,
Hey, they was like,
what's
sir,
going on?
you do not have to take all your clothes off. Oh, I thought, my bad. Oh, okay, my bad.
They did have to get some blood, though. I haven't had no blood with them.
That is a thin shirt.
You know what? I'm
It
gonna
ain't
That's one of them. He's standing on the beach. You got the breeze going.
with some linen pants.
Linen pants. Got his feet out.
Got a hat on.
Exactly.
One of them old school player hats.
He got
I
one
can
of
see
them,
it.
one of them Neo hats.
I gotta get me a ring.
He definitely would have a Neo
Yeah,
hat.
he would have a Neo hat on.
And he'd be
Kinda
singing
wild
some Neo
shit.
on the beach too, probably. I could see it.
And the
Neo was
King.
his boy, man.
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
like
that was my guy.
top listening cities from the past week. We gotta give y'all some love and shout out to our international listeners before we hit that sport fact of the week and then get into them topics. So, number 1 city. Welcome back, Milwaukee. Hometown
Hey.
came through. Y'all had a battle. Because number 2 was close behind y'all, but y'all came out on top. Number 2, Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to
Columbus,
y'all.
what's going on?
We mentioned Bow
Welcome.
Wow one time on this show, and they've been here ever since. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, you know,
It's
you
just
like
Bow Wow
what
and shit.
you do.
You just keep listening to it over and over again. They talking about me.
They the only ones.
Hey, Bob
Damn.
Weezy, I got faith in your WWE career, fam.
I mean,
Just
he'll
let
be
you know.
Oh,
Let
Better
you
Bunny.
know.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 3, we got Flint, Michigan.
Flint, Michigan. What's going on?
Oh.
Welcome.
What's up, Michigan? I like to see y'all there. Yeah.
Welcome.
I ain't been there in a while, but how y'all doing? Hope y'all all right.
Number 4, we got Cypress, Texas.
Cypress, always
Hello.
here. Always showing love.
Number 5, we got Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
Hello, neighbor.
What's going on, Menominee?
Number 6, we got Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, what's up?
Yeah, so.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Russell,
take this-
if you are listening, sir, just know
I-
next year
I think he stopped
you need to be in
answering your calls.
Chicago, sir. Next year you need
Stop
to be in
answering your
Chicago.
calls, fam.
All right.
Seattle reminds me though. I just want to give a quick shout out to one of my besties getting married this weekend. Shout out to Erica and her husband to be William. Love y'all.
Congratulations.
Grass.
Wish I could be there, but I can't. So I'm gonna send y'all love through the podcast, so everybody who's
dope.
listening can send y'all some love too.
Exactly. That's
For
dope. Congrats.
Number 7, Ashburn, Virginia.
Ashburn, Virginia.
VA.
What's
Okay.
going on?
Number 8, we got Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Berlin Brook. What's going on?
Number 9, we got New Berlin, Wisconsin.
New Berlin.
Hello, neighbor.
Welcome. Welcome back.
And number 10, last but not least, we got Boulder, Colorado.
Boulder,
Yes,
what's
sir.
going on? Welcome back.
Colorado, y'all gonna be one of the first places I come when I can come somewhere.
Hello.
Pause.
Hey. Yes.
Mayor got some work to do.
International listeners. We had a nice showing from the international listeners this week. We have Russia.
What's going on?
Okay,
Welcome,
okay.
welcome back.
Oh,
Russia.
y'all back.
Welcome back, Russia.
Welcome back. Yeah, we saw a couple weeks ago. Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome
We got
back.
Belgium.
Belgium, trusty old
Hello.
Belgium.
Yeah,
Here
Belgium.
every week.
New Spain.
Right, Belgium to New Spain.
That's Spain moved to Belgium. I'm telling you, well, you said that, but I think it's true.
Could be. We got the United Kingdom.
UK, what's going on?
Y'all got some shit going on.
Yeah,
over
y'all
there.
on some
Y'all all up in our news like a motherfucker.
y'all on some bullshit over there.
Y'all was in our shit over there talking big shit, and all of a sudden the tables ain't no fun, dog.
Hey man, listen, Black
Ain't no
Lives Matter
fun.
everywhere, fam. Shout out to the UK.
Exactly.
We also got Mexico in the building from the past week.
Mexico, what's going on? Welcome.
And last but not least, we had Vietnam.
Vietnam, what's going on?
Welcome all y'all.
Welcome.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Sport fact of the week.
Yes, sir. All right. So on March 18th, 1953, in the first location change for a major league franchise since 1903, the Boston Braves announced that Milwaukee, gang, will be their new home. After drawing just 281,000 fans in Boston in 1952, the Braves will attract
200?
a new 208,000 fans for the entirety of 1952. The Braves will attract a new National League record 1,800,000 spectators this season. Their success will spur other big changes over the next 4 years. In 1954, the St. Louis Browns will move to Baltimore and be renamed the Orioles. In 1955, the Philadelphia Athletics transferred to Kansas City. And in 1958, the New York Giants and Brooklyn Dodgers go west to San Francisco and Los Angeles, respectively.
So, yeah.
I'm just glad we got a team out of all that.
Man,
I mean, for a couple years, then they left too.
yeah, they
Yeah,
keep trying to take them too.
Yeah, I feel like all the Milwaukee teams eventually made their way to Atlanta
Damn.
because the Hawks the Hawks were in Milwaukee for a time.
Hey, I'm happy with what we got now. I'm happy. Outside of the fact that we can't seem to win a big game, but you know, it is what it is.
Hey, that's something that Atlanta has in common.
God.
Damn. That's true too.
Hey, we in the same
28-3.
Forever.
That's even worse than our shit because they was right there.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. But I said I wouldn't make no more 28-3 jokes after Georgia came through in the election. So I'm going to just move right on past that. We're going to get into the topics of the week. So, of course, we have to start with NFL free agency because per usual, a lot of things is happening. A lot of moves are being made. And instead of us going through every signing, because it's been
That's
a lot.
boring.
It's been a lot.
Y'all can check the wire.
Yeah, for sure. We are just going to frame the conversation more so around which teams have made the most improvement and if there's any moves that anyone really loves or really hates. So I'm going to just start right here with the fact that the Chicago Bears signed Andy Dalton today for $10 million. It's a year. It's only a year, but it looks like Andy Dalton is going to be the starting quarterback of the Chicago Bears. And I just want to give the floor to our resident Bears fan, Ken, because he had some stuff that he said he wanted to say.
All right, man. My initial reaction was like, Andy Dalton? Like, wait, Andy Dalton? Like, for real? Like, that's where we all right. First of all, Ryan Pace, you can kiss my black ass. All right, and your mama's a hoe.
No,
All right,
no.
signing on Andy Dalton, bro, and like
Red
after,
Rifle.
huh?
The Red Rifle. That's his nickname. Get used to it.
He has not played a full NFL season since 2017.
Mm.
Yeah.
This is the life
Yeah.
of being a fucking Bear fan, bro. It's like if you look at the laundry list of fucking quarterbacks, dog, that we didn't have, it's fucking ridiculous, bro.
Tim, you got that
want
list still? You want to run it down real quick for him so he can relive some memories?
You
Gotta
know
can't
what?
relive that shit.
Y'all, because it's rough. Y'all had Cordell Stewart.
Hey, Cordell was balling here.
Like quarterback.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then y'all had Sexy Rexy.
Hey, he took us to the Super Bowl. He took us to the Super Bowl.
Greg Quincy.
I was gonna say it's a strong start to the list.
That was, it was all right. Chad Hutchinson,
No.
Jonathan Quinn,
Jesus Christ.
Kyle
remember
Orton.
some of these
Kyle Orton
quarterbacks.
tried. Y'all thought he was gonna be y'all savior. Y'all thought
I
he
was
was
gonna
gonna
say,
save y'all.
decent.
Kyle Orton top 5 on this list. Easy.
Kyle Orton was, that's what I said. Kyle Orton.
Then y'all had
was
Brian
decent.
Greasy.
Yeah.
Brian Greasy was decent.
But then y'all picked up Jay.
Y'all best quarterback.
Hey, that's our best.
No.
That's our best franchise quarterback ever.
And then y'all had Todd Collins. And then y'all thought y'all was gonna beat us because Caleb Haney came after him.
Man.
And then Josh McCown came after him.
But it was a bad
Another
Josh
black
McCown
quarterback,
year.
Jason Campbell. Y'all had him for a second.
Black
Oh yeah,
quarterback.
we did have Jace Campbell for us.
And then y'all thought y'all had God when y'all get Jimmy Clausen. Because he was supposed to be the truth out of Notre Dame. Y'all thought he was supposed to be God. Jimmy Clausen. Yeah, exactly.
He was supposed to be.
Exactly.
That career did
Matt
not
Barkley
pan out.
then, USC.
Jimmy
It's a
Clausen
USC
2.0.
quarterback. He's supposed to be cold. Brian Hoyer. Y'all ain't even play him.
Oh, Brian Hoyer.
Y'all paid him. Yeah,
He was
exactly.
supposed to
Brian
be that
Hoyer.
nigga, bro.
He got a free check.
Oh, that pissed me off. We paid him all that. He was supposed to be
He got
our
a free
dude.
check.
God damn it. Bro.
Then y'all had Mike Glennon. Y'all barely played him either. You forgot you had
We
him.
pay him plenty money for nothing.
They
But
paid
never.
him just to trade up in the draft for a quarterback.
They paid him to sit behind the next man, Mitchell Trubisky.
Again,
And we
might
still
be-
traded
might-
up to
might-
get Mitchell.
Might
Y'all
be number
traded
5.
Metcalf.
Might be top 5 on this list.
Y'all traded a draft for that nigga.
Honestly,
Bro, we traded up to get dude, bro, and Deshaun was there, bro.
And then Chase Daniel.
Come man.
Chase was cold in the zoo.
Man.
Then y'all had Nick
Great backup
Foles.
quarterback.
He was it was
great
hope.
backup quarterback.
And then finally, y'all got Andy.
Yeah.
Andrew Dalton.
All right. So Andrew played. I say Andrew. Andy Dalton played. I don't give a fuck what the nigga name is.
I mean, he's a
all right.
grown ass man named Andy. Like he should be Andrew at this point.
Exactly. Nigga, Andy Dalton, goddammit. He played 11
Andy.
games last. He played 11 games, started 9. He had 2,100 yards. He had 14 touchdowns and 8 interceptions.
Well, I tell you, I
Terrible
watched more of
ratio.
his game. I watched him play more often than not last year because one, the Cowboys is on TV often, and 2, I had 3 fantasy players on the Cowboys. So I was trying to pay attention to the receivers, and he had them 3 weapons.
Yeah.
He had Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup.
Yeah.
All season.
didn't do much with him.
Didn't do nothing.
He had 14 touchdowns.
Because he can get the ball. He can throw the ball down the field. That's why. That's why.
Oh, he could because he had 8 picks.
He couldn't throw it accurately.
Mitch can do that. Mitch can do that shit.
I will say this, and I really hate trying to give y'all a bone because I don't fuck with y'all Bear fans. I really don't. But
We ain't done shit to you.
but all y'all do is talk shit. But of the pickings, the only person that I said that y'all really should have taken over Andy Dalton, or actually 2, if y'all went after somebody, was Jameis Winston and Ryan Fitzpatrick. Other than that, this class of free agent quarterbacks includes Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
I would have rather had Jacoby.
I would rather have
Tyrod
Jacoby.
Taylor or
He's
Tyrod
a
Taylor.
Tyra,
I'd
both of
rather
them
have
were on my
Tyrod
list.
Taylor.
But
Both of them were on
Jacoby
my
went to
list.
Miami.
Yep.
But anyway,
Tyrod.
Alex Smith.
Tyrod.
Oh
But
yeah,
Tyrod's still there?
Tyrod went to Houston. No, he went to Houston.
Oh, he went to Houston?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Then you got Mitchie on there, Alex Smith, Chase Daniel, AJ McCarron, Colt McCoy, Robert Griffin III, Matt Barkley. Like there ain't nobody else.
Wasn't
on
nobody
this
else to pick
list.
for him either. I
Cam
get it.
Ain't
was out
nobody
there
in
before the
free
Patriots
Cam was out there for
re-signed
a
him.
good minute, bro.
Before
You
the
said Cam?
Patriots re-signed him. Cam was an option
Cam was
for a
there
while.
for a big minute, bro.
But
Like
yeah, it's
after
the legal tampering period, but who's to say they didn't have the stuff already set up?
Hey, maybe y'all said 14 for Cam was too much, but
Maybe.
10 for Andy was more palatable.
I don't understand that why at all. We wasting our fucking defense, yo. We did all this work to get this amazing fucking defense, and we can't get a comparable fucking quarterback that can just. The shit is frustrating, bro. Because like low key, our chance to for real win a Super Bowl was like 2 or 3 years ago, my nigga. And now like the ship is settling. And we got Andy fucking Dalton. This is what I have to trust in. Like, oh, Andy Dalton is gonna take us to the fucking promised land. Fuck out of here, B.
Here's the wild part. Your offense needs a mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
Andy,
you think every offense needs a mobile quarterback?
No. The Bears, because we seen what happened when they had Nick Foles sitting. Like because
their line was bad. Like y'all better
they
make sure y'all line is
quarterback. They picked up Andy Dalton.
We had a lot of injuries on our line last year, so
yeah. Like I said, I think y'all line when healthy is it ain't great, but it's not as bad. It's not as bad as how y'all look.
Didn't y'all just lose alignment? Didn't you lose y'all like left or right tackle?
I believe we did.
Yeah. One of y'all starters. Yeah, y'all best offense. Y'all just lost our best damn tackle.
Yeah.
I wish there's still a lot of time though. I mean, this is only day we're recording on day 2, right, of free agency, and we have a whole draft to go. And if I remember correctly, this is a good draft for linemen.
Yeah.
That's why Packers fans need to fucking relax. Like everyone, they ain't doing nothing.
I ignore them. I just
first of all, they don't have any money to spend. Like I don't know what you expected. Like they're gonna be
Yeah.
But
one thing I'm finna just wrap everything up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
After all of that is said, Andy, welcome to Chicago. I hope you stay healthy. I hope you help us win. You ain't shit until you prove yourself.
Damn.
But
welcome, but you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Right.
But
until you show.
I still have the Bears winning 9 games. Let's go.
9 out of 17?
9?
Yep.
We're getting an extra game.
Huh?
Remember,
it's
16 games. It's gonna be 17 games this upcoming season.
You only get 9 of them?
Shit. 10, let's go. We're getting 10, B.
10 and 7?
10 and 7, let's go.
You ain't going no damn where with no 10 and 7.
Let's go.
All I know, I just want to point out the fact that the quarterbacks in the NFC North are Aaron Rodgers, Andy Dalton, Jared Goff, and Kirk Cousins. And that sounds like 6 Packer wins to me.
I have a short list of DBs that I want, and they're all older vets.
Hold on, before we, I want to just hit on the Bears like real quick. One, like it's not even fun to make fun of the Bears anymore. Like your team saying Andy Dalton, like I can't even like. All the jokes write themselves. Like I can't even. Like I can't. It feels like punching down. Like
the kid swinging that air and shit. Like you just watching him fight himself. I'm not gonna fight you.
I can't hurt you any worse than you hurt yourself. Like you took the fun out of it. But silver lining, like I was saying, like a $10 million contract for a stopgap starter, like that tells me that they're probably looking quarterback in the draft. So if you want a new savior to kind of be looking forward to, more than likely, like. That's where y'all going. At least that's where I look at it. I don't know. Like
it is.
Y'all were like 8-8 though, right? So like you're picking the middle of the round.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're 20.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like they'll have it's gonna be a good one.
I was gonna say like I think that there are quarterbacks in that range. Like
there are.
And if you really feel strongly about somebody, like y'all will move up. So, like you said, you have the defense. Like if all you need is a quarterback, and like y'all hit on the right one.
Yeah, that'll be good.
That might be it. So,
but can I ask y'all a question real quick? Mm-hmm. Who is the second best quarterback in the NFC North? Because we know who number 1 is. I'm
Kirk
just
Cousins.
like,
yes, Kirk.
Like it's not even really close. Like it's Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, Andy Dalton.
Who else in Chicago?
Like there are very defined tiers in this division.
Because Kirk's still airing out. He'll still give you 4,500
yards. He ain't great,
but
he ain't trash either. Like,
right. He'll put the points on the board. Grown man, he'll let it scoreboard.
You've been trying to make that work for 4 years now.
It works. No, it works. It definitely works. Just because you don't like it don't mean it don't work.
Oh shit.
It's not catching on.
Any other team signing stand out to you that you was like, dang, that was a good pickup? Like, I like what y'all doing over there right now, 2 days into free agency, when generally it's going to be the worst contracts given out because it's the most money being spent. But hey,
Damn near
just
all the
my
Patriots
opinion.
shit.
Man, the
Damn
Patriots
near.
have spent more money this
J. Robin
offseason.
still, bro. He was like, let me get him, and then we get him, and then we get him.
Somebody was saying
doing
like
something.
this is kind of like a 2-year plan. Like they purposely kind of punted on last year so they had the rollover cap to have room to sign people this year. So
Mhm.
And a lot of the signings they made are at positions where their draft and develop didn't work out. And as a Packers fan who, our process is draft and develop as well. When it don't hit, it leaves you in a bad spot.
Mhm.
I do like what the Patriots are doing. They still need some more wide receiver help. I like the double tight ends, but the
man,
receiver
Bill
core is-
Belichick love him a tight end, don't he?
This motherfucker still got 50 million in his
Wait,
cap space,
personal.
bro.
Wait, oh, I didn't mean to say it like that, but yeah.
Yeah, nah. I see you,
But yeah,
Bill.
he likes the tight end position. That's
Yeah, he
what
likes
did
it.
it better.
Yeah, that ain't sound better either.
he like double
Whatever.
tight ends. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, like there's no way to make a tight end
Yeah,
work.
you can't. You
two
can't.
for
He
one
likes-
special.
So Bill Belichick like to run 2 tight end sets out of his offense.
Hey, you made it work.
So having him sign Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry is
Mhm.
huge for Cam because Cam actually loves passing to his
Yep.
tight ends.
Yep.
That's a
Mhm.
big
Yep.
thing for him. Plus, they are also tight ends who can block. They picked
Mhm.
up a new left tackle from Houston or Miami. What was it, Miami? The left tackle that had the girlfriend kicked up his lap. They traded for him early.
The Titans.
Isaiah, yeah, from him. Them. And then
Didn't they bring back somebody?
And then they brought back Trent Brown. So now they have 2 solid ends. They lost, and I think they're
Well,
signing a
theoretically,
guard
because
too.
I don't think that rookie played last year.
He did, but he's gonna be good. But they also like I said, so you got the tight ends, the bookend, the tackles. So then you have a good line for Cam to actually run too, regardless of the running backs. Bill has always had a running back by committee thing going anyway. They needed to add wide receivers, so they picked up Nelson Aguilar and Kevin Boyd. What's his name? Some boy.
Sanu.
No,
Wait,
not
no,
Sanu.
they already has Sanu.
Anyways,
Yeah.
from 49ers wide receiver. I thought it was Kevin Boyd, but it's some
I
boy.
can't remember his name. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
They picked him up too, so now they have a slot. They still got Edelman. So like they have a good. He plugged a lot of holes that they had issues with. He picked up Matt Judon because he had an issue with linebacker last year. They got a bunch of players coming back off of COVID. Like Bill's getting his full squad. And he's trying to assemble like Infinity Stones. The only thing he's missing will be the Power Stone, which would be probably his quarterback. But if you give Cam a good squad, he was cool before he caught COVID. He was actually
Cam will
pretty
ball
good
out.
before he caught COVID.
That's something to
So
point
you-
out too, because people were acting like Cam was just trash, but it's like before he caught COVID, like he wasn't playing bad.
Mhm.
And as
Not
we
at all.
mentioned last season, like the Patriots had the most COVID opt-outs of any team in the NFL. So their roster, they already had lost a lot of top end talent that way. 2, we knew going into the season that they didn't have much at the receiver position. Like we knew it
Who's
was
he
trash.
throwing to? N'Keal Harry?
Man,
That's That's it.
this
That's
is
all
an
he had.
immense
That's all he
upgrade
named.
already. Just having those 2 tight ends is an immense upgrade to the receiving core.
And then you add Nelson Aguilar and Bourne, and then N'Keal Harry goes down to your number 4. Your number 1 last year goes down to number 4
Which he should be.
instantly. And you still got Julian Edelman. So it's like he got weapons. He got speedy guys that can hit the little short routes. Then they might be
They
nice. They're
They
gonna be
won
nice.
7 games last season. How many games do the Patriots win this upcoming season? I'm saying at least 10.
Minimum. I'm gonna give
12.
11.
Oh.
I'm gonna give him 11.
Damn.
I'll say they can get 11 wins this year.
It's gonna take me a while to get used to that whole 17 game thing because
Wait, so they made that official, or it's just like it's trending that way?
no, it's happening because for the Packers, the gold ticket holders get the extra game this season.
Well, I guess when I saw that tweet, like it said, if there's a 17th game, like they would get it. So I ain't see like it actually like come across as this is official. But I could be
Game
I could
17
be,
is conditional, right? It's like a
Yeah,
conditional thing
it
if
was
they need the 17th game.
No, they said it. They announced it in December of last year that they were moving to 17 games this upcoming season.
they snuck that shit in.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
just googled it real quick too. NFL.com. NFL plans to expand to 17 regular season games. Can I bring up the fact that the Packers kept Aaron Jones, which I didn't expect?
Yeah. A lot of
Sad to
people
see
hate it.
Jamal Williams go. His
it
post
is.
made me sad, but
I thought it was gonna be the other way around. I thought Jamal Williams would be the one that we signed because he would be
I did
cheaper
too.
and Aaron Jones would go bounce, which I was already cool with. I can't agree with, but now we got Aaron Jones back. Like we still got our all-star, monster offense that was number 1 in the league last year. Like we still got the
there's
draft to
more.
go through now.
I feel like there's more overlap between like Williams and Dillon than Jones and Dillon. So like it gives you more of like a situational look
1-2.
type of
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait
Monster.
to see AJ Dillon move into that number 2 spot. To be honest with you, though, like I wish Jamal the best in his next steps, but Dillon looks like he's about to be ready. Like that yes, cannot wait to see that.
And I feel like the scouting report on him was that he wasn't like he had some room to improve. Let's put it that way as a receiver, but. Well, yeah, just I mean, I guess as a receiver, but like I saw him make some catches this year. It was like he got,
in practice, he was showing off. Like before the season started, watching the training camp, well, not the training camp, but like little practice videos they had. It was like I think he was saying that they had questions about my hands or something like that, and he was having videos of him catching in practice. Like he was catching some.
He's been putting in work. He's been putting in some real work.
Like, that's why I thought that it would have been Williams and Dillon because Dillon is a back that can catch still. Like that's what they're looking for here in Green Bay. We need our running backs to be able to catch the damn ball.
You know what Coach saw when he saw AJ Dillon. He said this could be our version of Derrick Henry. Like he's like this. He came from Tennessee. He saw what that running game can do. He's looking for another bruiser, so you can kind of switch it up in that way too. Because Dillon will run through and over you, and then like step on you on the way there.
And now he could catch too, as opposed to Henry. So it'd be like you can actually catch his ass over the middle of the field 10 yards up, and it's a wrap.
I mean, I think he still needs to like prove it that he's an actual receiving threat. But I'm just saying, like I see the flashes there. I've seen, like I expected it to be like he's one of those backs where it's just like you just hand the ball off, like you never throw it to him out of the backfield. But like there was some like he made like a move on a ball that wasn't like put right on him and like caught it and ran like. So I saw the potential there, I guess is the way I want to put it. I had another point, but I forgot. So
man, I'm feeling so stir crazy from COVID. Listen, if the Packers is opening up practice again for fans to come through, I might have to slide through. Might have to slide on. Man, it's fun going. Like I've always enjoyed going up to Green Bay for practice because it's just like it ain't gonna do like usually a random Saturday. You like you feel like going to Green Bay real quick.
Take this and drive just for practice, you could just go up there and
literally never a sentence that's ever come out of my mouth. But yeah,
definitely. Hey, random weekend ain't nothing to do. Be like, you trying to go up there? The mayor be like,
I need a purpose.
I'm like, no.
To go anywhere north of Mequon. Like I need a damn good reason. Like I'm not just going there on the humbug.
Hey, that reason was the Packers practice and just going to Lambeau, eating at Lambeau, all that kind of stuff. But it's nice to be able to see the stadium on a non-game day where you don't have to worry about 85,000 people around you. But
dodging random vomit in the parking lot.
Like it's like a good way to see Lambeau and Green Bay without all of like the people that come along with it. Like it's gonna be people out there but not as many as a game.
Oh,
the Buccaneers
I remember my point.
Pretty much keep. Go ahead.
Sorry, just shout out to Aaron Nagler. He made this point, but he was saying like don't look at it as the Packers paid top dollar for which it wasn't really top dollar, but top dollar for a running back. Like they paid for a running back and a wide receiver because like he's a weapon both in the passing game and the running game. So you get that dual threat. Like factor that into like your. And like Corey Linsley was out so much. Yeah, for sure. And Corey Linsley was out so much last year. Like they showed that they could kind of survive. Like obviously, like you would love to have him as opposed to not have it.
No, Corey Linsley didn't miss
a game. 7 years, 251 straight.
Lindsey was.
Corey Linsley didn't miss a game.
Bakhtiari got hurt.
Or maybe he like left some games. Like, but I know that they did some shuffling like around.
The center position. Center didn't shuffle. Center didn't shuffle, but it was everywhere else around him that was moving and grooving. But and Lindsey went to the Chargers.
Yeah, he over there with Balaga now, and they picked up another guard too. So they trying to give
Herbert some protection.
Like he got a line now.
I'm not mad at it.
That's smart moves. Protect the investment. If you got a cold franchise quarterback, get him a line. That's rule number 1. Get him a damn line so you can protect the franchise.
Must be nice, nigga. I don't even know how that feel, goddamn it. To have the even franchise quarterback, what? They ain't even in our vocabulary, dude.
The Tom Brady agreed on an extension to pretty much do what he always has done, which is give his team more room to work while he still finds a way to get paid.
19 million. He
Gronk
gave
came
them
back.
19 million.
Tampa Bay figured out how to keep Shaq Barrett. I like what Tampa Bay Super Bowl champs came. Coach said
everybody running the back.
Yeah,
You ain't
we're
going
gonna run this
nowhere.
back. He told
You
Chris
ain't going
Godwin
nowhere.
that too. You ain't going nowhere.
No, I'm
Yeah,
tagging you.
Franchise put the tag on him.
Like, oh, you thought you was going. You thought you was gonna be out here. No. You need you to come on back. Only person that's still out there is Antonio.
And he probably gonna float out there for a little while. He ain't gonna be.
So I'm gonna have to have that. Time gonna go in the office. We done playing with Antonio. Bring him back now. Bring him back.
Antonio, week 2, week 3, week 4 type of signing. He ain't.
Because we're gonna
He
have
ain't
a
top
whole
billing.
season. I mean, a whole training camp and everything, preseason games. Like, it's gonna be teams gonna get their shit together this year. Ain't gonna be a lot of that crazy ass rash of injuries at the beginning of the year like it was last year because nobody got the chance to really practice and warm up. Like, it's gonna be a normal NFL season, and we haven't seen a normal NFL season in a minute.
Well, I know they've mentioned that some things they might actually keep the same way they did in COVID. Like I know a lot of players preferred to have the virtual what was that, like the mini camp, like before you actually come to training camp. Like they liked that a lot more than actually going into the, building and doing all. They felt like they were. I know Aaron Rodgers in particular said, like, I felt like I learned a lot more being able to do things that way. Another sign I wanted to just bring up that I really did actually like is the Titans picking up Bud Dupree.
That was a big one. They picked up the Colts defensive tackle too.
Yeah, I like that.
They're trying to show up that run game that they didn't have.
I like that. I like that. And outside of that, I mean, there's been a lot of other moves, but again, y'all can definitely check the wire. Famous Jameis is staying in New Orleans.
Have y'all seen his workout videos?
Uh-uh.
Literally the worst shit I've ever seen.
Really?
I mean, you can kind of look at his body and tell he's not a dedicated gym guy.
He does not go hard at all. He was going barely like that dog. I was just like, this dude garbage. Like, y'all know I love Winston, but that shit.
Would you rather have him or Andy Dalton? No.
Oh shit! Hey, he could be garbage in Chicago. Goddamn it!
Who else you gonna throw to outside of Allen Robinson? Like Robinson would love it because he'll finally have somebody to air it out to him. But
yeah, Winston definitely can air it out.
Y'all trying to trade your number 2? Y'all trying to trade Anthony Miller right now?
Yeah.
But isn't that to make room to sign Robinson?
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Like that's the only reason why is to give him.
He's on his
money.
Rookie deal.
I hear, but it's.
We gotta keep Robinson, bro.
Because
like, if we lose him, then it's just like it's a wrap. Who Andy Dalton gonna throw to, bro?
Bro, he had 3 people to throw to last year. He didn't.
Hey,
but if you get rid of Allen Robinson, then really who?
Then he literally has no one to throw to.
Like he couldn't do nothing with 3 weapons. You gonna take away the one he got? Now what?
Some wild shit, man. It's a wild west over in Chicago.
One thing I learned last week is that I have no idea how NFL contracts work because there was plenty of people like restructuring and like that frees up $8 million in cap room. It's like, but you paying them the same amount. It's just like a different way of accounting it. Like
they're changing their base salary into a signing bonus, which allows them to stretch it out. So it's still the same pay, but you're getting paid that as a signing bonus for next year.
So basically, like they don't get. So if I was due to make $8 million this year, I convert all that into a signing bonus. Then it's like stretched out over 3 years. So like I get 4 this year, 2 next year, and 2 the year after that. Like that type of thing.
Yeah, because plus your incentives and shit. So it's like, but it's a lot of.
That's what I was like. And then it came across like Taysom Hill like signed a 4-year, $140 million extension, but he only gonna get like 10 of it or something like that. I'm like,
and the other 4 years avoided and shit.
Yeah, like
it's kind of a fake $140 million deal, but there's a stipulation in there that we can void all 4 of these years without any issues or penalty or against the cap or anything like that. Like it's some kind of weird, again, loopholes and clauses. These motherfuckers, they can find the best financial analysts in the world to get this shit together. Because man, they moving money like it ain't shit.
To rewind really quick before we move forward, Corey Lindsey did miss games. He only played 13 games this past season. To rewind,
I remember him going on IR. And I'm like,
I definitely thought he was there. I thought he was there.
So with him missing,
That's why I was saying, like, they shuffled around the offensive line so much, like between his injuries and then Bakhtiari's injuries. Like, obviously, don't get rid of Bakhtiari, but like between those injuries, like they were able to kind of shuffle guys through different positions, and they held up pretty well.
I feel like the Packers learned their lesson about needing quality offensive linemen, especially now that Aaron Rodgers is getting older too. Like that's something they don't really play too much about anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if they drafted another lineman.
I was gonna say I would expect
them
to. Yeah.
We'll probably draft because we got those like 4 extra comp picks, so we'll probably use 3. So we'll probably use those to grab some more linemen. We good about drafting some 5th and 6th rounders and turning them into something. Corey was a 2nd round pick, but
and Kyle Long came out of retirement, so you know.
He ain't going to Chicago.
He better not go to Green Bay though.
No, he talking about the Raiders and I think the Chiefs, if I remember correctly. But I know the Raiders for sure because his dad played for the franchise. So
yeah.
I call somebody like, how long I gotta sit before I ain't gotta go back to Chicago?
A year?
Should
but NFL clubs were informed that they are going to actually be allowed back into their draft rooms for the upcoming draft that we were just kind of talking about. Of course, they have to be practicing, social distancing and wearing masks and all the protocols such as that. But they're going to put cameras in there as well since people enjoy the home draft and seeing the cameras in the war room. So
I'm actually like once things go back to normal, quote unquote, like I'll be interested to see one, like what type of stuff sticks around, but like also I want to hear like what made it different, I guess, and like what did they take away from that, like, and I guess in all situations. So like once we go back to work from working remotely, like I wonder if we'll kind of have like a debrief, like okay, what worked, like how can we incorporate some of the things that we didn't necessarily think about before we had to go home for it, and like how can we improve the draft experience or the work experience going forward. Because it's like, you had to be on a different server to kind of like conference in basically like your war room, and like now coming, like was it really that big of a deal like to now go back into the war room, or like is it just like this is how we always did it, so we want to go back to doing it that way?
Communication, I think in those situations are just easier when you're all in the same room. Just so many different people who have to weigh in and whatnot. Like, you can do it virtually, but it's easier just to be in person. Like I think of us doing this podcast, like it's easier to do it in person. We've been able to do it, but
yeah, absolutely,
it's easier to do in person. After a year away, March Madness is back.
Indeed. So tournament seeding is set and March Madness is finally upon us. I know I'm excited. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love March Madness.
I'll actually watch it this year. I haven't had a chance to the last couple.
Oh, because you just been at work and whatnot?
Because I was doing military stuff, so I always had drill and stuff like that, or some kind of assignment I was doing around March Madness that I could never sit. It's always on in the shop, but I could never really sit and watch the games.
Okay.
That sucks.
I can just watch it this year.
But Gonzaga is the overall number 1. The 4 number 1 seeds are, of course, Gonzaga, Baylor, Illinois, and Michigan.
Let me pull up my bracket.
Yeah. And then it starts Thursday. Illinois is my squad. I got them winning the chip.
You got them winning the whole thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Have you been watching them?
Yeah, I do too, actually.
Hey, listen.
Gonzaga.
Hey, all I got to say is, hey, yo. That boy, a beast. Ayo is a beast. And he got the Batman mask now because he broke his nose. Man, he out here balling. Let's go.
Man, look, I hear you.
For Wisconsin, for sure, of course.
You got Wisconsin going.
They finna get put out in the first round.
No, what you talking? Hold on, don't be jumping like that, Millie. I ain't said none of that. Always root for Wisconsin.
No, I said I was asking.
I said I had Gonzaga a while ago.
I know, but I'm asking you, had Wisconsin going where?
Just first, they getting out the first round.
They get bounced, bro.
Yeah, okay. We got.
They'll get past the the 64, but after that they out.
Yeah, they can beat North Carolina, but if they when they run into Baylor, it ain't.
Baylor go dog walk them.
I don't know because they've been having
bro. No. Have you watched Baylor? Have you watched Baylor this year?
Baylor's been good too, though.
Hey, bro. This year, all the number ones are on a different level, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for
But-
real, for like Michigan. Bro,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like,
Look, if
That's the
what's the
Final
name they
Four.
get injured from Michigan, I would have had them going further.
Mhm.
Was it Livers? Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to
Now I saw-
Juwan Howard, yo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I wanted
Shout
to
out,
pick.
bro.
I wanted to put Michigan in my Final Four, but
Mhm.
that injury, that's like their best player. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Does everybody have their
I
brackets
just
up?
can't.
Yeah. I have one.
I can put mine.
Yeah.
All right, give me your final four.
So
I
so
just
y'all
said that.
gonna hate me because y'all was just talking how much y'all love Illinois,
Mhm.
but I'm going with some upsets here.
Okay. I feel you.
My Final Four, I got Gonzaga, I
Okay.
got Alabama, I got
Okay.
Baylor, and I have Oklahoma State.
Okay.
I see the vision.
Yeah, I see
Kate
what you're doing.
Cunningham
You
is
see,
the
like-
best player in
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
team I'm
in
I see
college
what
following.
you're
basketball.
doing.
I know Wisconsin getting out of there, but I'm following.
Like I can
Yeah,
see,
I see
I can
what you're
see
doing.
Cade trying to do a mellow and just be like, I got y'all. Like, let's go.
And like I started to go there. One, like they were gonna run in Illinois, so I was like, eh. But like I also have noticed over the years that like when it's like a one man team
Mhm.
and it's like a super freshman, like they don't typically go that far in the tournament. Like for whatever reasons,
Mhm.
like once they get to playing great teams consistently, like those teams game plan for the star, and then like the other guys basically have to beat them. So
Mhm.
I mean, Cade could just be that damn good, and it doesn't
is.
matter. But
Yeah.
his supporting
He cold.
cast isn't that great. Like
I mean, but they
So we'll
got some experience though. That squad ain't like a team full of freshmen and stuff like that. Like they got some age on them, so they got some experience. So maybe
We'll see.
their experience can tie in with his talent. Hopefully.
we'll see. I just
But
don't
I
see
got
them
Gonzaga
passing
winning it
them.
all. I got Gonzaga going undefeated whole season, cutting down the Nets at the end of it.
Okay.
Beating
Yeah,
Ohio State.
they team ridiculous. They got three of
Three
their
on the
starters
All-Star.
are like top 5 picks.
Motherfuckers
Damn near.
No. But they are like they do have 3 players on the All American team.
Yeah.
Like
my
1
Final
on
Four,
team 1 and 2 on team 2, I think.
I got Gonzaga, Colorado, Baylor, and Oklahoma State. That's my Final
Colorado.
Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have Gonzaga, Michigan, Illinois, and Villanova, and I have Illinois beating Gonzaga in the championship game.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
Ken, what's your Final Four?
The number one's Gonzaga, Baylor, Illinois.
Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan, my bad.
Oh, you
But
got
then I have
all just-
Gonzaga, Illinois national championship game, Illinois winning.
Okay.
Because it's not just AL, like Kofi Cockburn's
Yeah.
a beast too.
Like I'm telling you, like definitely watch Illinois if y'all haven't watched them all year. Like watch them in the tourney. Like they
I
a nice
normally
squad.
like to, before March Madness starts, like normally there's some kind of articles that come out like here are the NBA prospects and they're on these teams, like, and I love because I don't watch a lot of college basketball throughout the season outside of Marquette games, but Marquette pissed me off so much that I barely wanted to watch them. They were just so inconsistent. They got to fire Well, I'm tired of that. Nick. Like he got to go. He got to go. But anywho, that's neither here nor there at this moment. But I'm looking forward to the tournament. This is going to be one of those times where working from home is going to be
We'll have its
beautiful. I ain't got to worry about trying to figure out how to stream and use all my data up while I'm at work and all this type of stuff. But normally never mind, I'm not going to incriminate nobody. We just going to move on. We'll just move on from that. We'll move on. And then with the women's bracket.
Yeah, so the number one seeds with the women's bracket is Stanford, UConn, North Carolina State, and South Carolina.
And then North Carolina State was the number one
Number
overall.
one, yeah, overall.
Yeah, I went chalk on that one. Like I just got all the number one seeds.
Yeah, I did too.
I do have
I was
UConn
like-
winning it
I
though,
would say I got UConn winning it
because
because
Paige is
Yeah,
the truth.
Oh, she
yeah,
different.
she is.
Oh, she's
Like for real, for real.
She's
Like,
different.
yeah, she cold.
Yeah, UConn's gonna be without their head coach for a little while too. He tested positive for
Gino.
COVID-19.
oh,
After he got the thing too, which was after he finished the vaccine. So,
Oh, for real? Damn.
Oh
Hey.
wow.
but then they say he got his last shot sometime last week, and then he tested positive on Friday, or maybe it was yesterday.
Man,
Maybe it was, I don't. It was some type. Look it up. I don't know. Shit.
for the folks who are getting the vaccine, as a reminder, you still got to do what you're supposed to be doing. Like it ain't I'm invincible. Like
Right.
Boris from GoldenEye. Like no, you gotta keep it moving. Keep it
They
moving.
get the first shot like fuck a mask.
Throwing it off. So Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua agreed and they signed. They put the pen to the paper. We got a 2-fight deal on the table to unify those heavyweight titles. They just looking for a location now. I
It's
am
2
excited.
fights. So that means like
We
one
got a
title is on.
rematch. No, it's a rematch clause in there. So the second fight, like no matter who
Oh, it's
loses,
contingent on.
Yeah. They put that rematch in there ASAP because they was like,
Hey, we don't want to hear no whining, no complaining, no none of that shit. Don't run.
I thought it. Right. No, I thought it was gonna be like that WrestleMania match. I think it was like Benoit, Jericho, and Kurt Angle. And it was like both of Kurt Angle's titles was on the line. Like the first fall was for like the Intercontinental, and the second fall was for like the European. And then like a different person won both the first 2 matches, and Kurt Angle didn't get pinned either time, and he lost both his titles.
I remember that.
That's correct.
Hey, I was mad with Kurt. I was like, how dare y'all?
I mean,
But I'm
remember
big
that.
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm big looking forward to this fight. Like we were talking about it before we went on air last week, I believe, but just like how the heavyweight division just ain't what it used to be. But you finally get 2 of the biggest names from the pool. You got them and Wilder. Like that's the top 3 right there. And we finally get to see them go up against each other. And it's for something like stakes like this to unify the belts. You know how many belts it is in boxing? Too many to keep up with. About time y'all unifying these, because my God, like
everybody the champ.
Man, like, what belt is that?
I'm the champ. No, I'm the champ. I got a belt. I got one too. Like,
so my belt better than yours.
They had to buy one get one free on belts. They was just like, fuck it.
So now we're gonna see who the best.
But yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing those fights.
So what does that leave Wilder? Outside
angling to try to get whoever is the champ after that second rematch. He's got to keep doing what he has to do while they're doing this is he got to get some wins and make sure people remember to keep him in the conversation as well. As long as he don't lose again, he should be next up after they finish their 2-fight deal.
He better start fighting again.
I mean, I don't know what Wilder's actually been up to be honest with you. Cannot recall.
I was like, it ain't like it wasn't no boxing matches happening because there was hella boxing and fighting going on.
Yeah, they was definitely fighting.
Yeah, I ain't seen Wilder name out there at all because we definitely was watching some boxing matches. So curious to know what he up to because if he's forgotten, bro, or like he can't come out of woodwork. Yeah, I'm up for the champ. Like, bro, we ain't seen you boxing almost 2 years. What you talking about?
Like on somewhere.
Like you gotta show something. Like. Can you still move? Can you do so? I'm curious how if his name still rings for him to be able to just hop back in to the title picture, or he has to put
I just did a quick Google, and it looks like they're angling to get him to fight Andy Ruiz.
Oh,
if he could beat Andy,
don't lose.
Don't lose. We seen it happen. We seen it happen once.
You lose, and
to this day.
To this day, that man's intense. He don't lose Wilder, but with Fury and Joshua is my boxing boo. You know,
boxing boo.
He my boxing boo. I gotta have a boo in every sport, but he my boxing boo. And
who is it in baseball? Pop quiz.
I might not have I don't know his name. It's some fine. It's some fine baseball players. Oh, Eric Thames. Yes. Lord Jesus. Yes, Eric Thames. But he ain't in the league. He ain't
I don't know
who he play for.
I don't think he don't play, I don't think, in MLB no more. If he do,
he might. Or he may have went over to Japan again or something.
That's what I thought, but
I'm doing a quick Google on him. He is.
Don't worry, I can find me some fine baseball players and report back next week. The season starts on the 1st.
We don't need that grade A reporting, Camille. We're okay.
He's in Korean league, bro.
I thought so. But no, real quick, speaking of boxing, we do want to pay our respects to the legend Marvin Hagler, who passed away since we last touched base. Listen, I grew up in a boxing family where it would just be on, the black box got the fights on. And I remember hearing all the time about how great Hagler's match was against Tommy Hearns. They're like, it's the best round of boxing of all time. And I remember like being grown up like, okay, whatever. And when I finally like watched it, I was like, oh, these niggas was out here like
I just watched it today.
Like,
I was just like, yo, they was throwing hands. Like for real.
Three straight men, like the whole round.
Yeah.
Like, hands.
Like they ain't give a fuck. They was fighting like nigga, you disrespect, I'm whooping your ass. Like, let's go. They was out there. I was like, damn.
But definitely sending love to his family and to all the fans and those who were touched by him while he was physically walking on this earth. Hagler was the undisputed middleweight champ from 1980 to 1987. 7 years. Yeah. He defended that title 12 times successfully. He had 52 knockouts in 67 career fights, 78% knockout percentage, and that remains a high mark for middleweight champions. Marvelous Marvin. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
For sure.
Some NBA injury news. Joel Embiid, he suffered a bone bruise, hyperextended his left knee after he fell, and I am so glad that that's all that injury was.
Yeah, because it looked like it could have been worse. Yeah,
it looked bad. Like I was playing 2K, I looked down, and said, "Oh Lord, Jesus!" Like it looked really bad. So I'm definitely glad that it should be a 2 to 3 week type of injury for him, and he should be back soon. I will say personally, I hate that when the Bucks play the 76ers tomorrow, we will not be able to see Embiid. I was very, very much looking forward to that matchup, Milwaukee and Philly. I always do ever since the Malcolm Brogdon Rookie of the Year back and forth that we had with Philly. And I just want y'all opinion. How do y'all think that his absence is going to affect the 76ers over these next 2 to 3 weeks? They're the number 1 seed in the East right now. They got Brooklyn and Milwaukee right up there behind them. And I know they've played without Embiid in years past due to injury, but those teams also had a few more quick shooters that you could kind of change your play to fit the team being built around Ben in those moments than the team is now. So I'm just curious to know what y'all think about the 76ers over the next couple of weeks without Embiid. That's the first question. I got to follow about the MVP race, but we'll start there.
Yeah. I'm looking at their schedule now. Their next 5 games are Washington, San Antonio, New York, Milwaukee, Sacramento. Wait, no.
So Milwaukee,
Sacramento, yeah. And they play tonight against the Knicks. So I don't know why they did that. Whatever. Sorry. I'm on NBA.com and their schedule is kind of weird, like how they got it. Sorry. So next 5 games are Knicks, Bucks, Sacramento, Knicks, Golden State, Lakers, then Clippers, then Denver. So they got some tough ones. Like Sacramento is really the only gimme, if you can call it that. So
Mr. All-Star time to shine. Shit.
I was gonna say, like, Ben got to step it up. Which like to his credit, he has in years past when Embiid has been out. But to Camille's point, that was a different team with a different coach. But I guess I believe in Doc Rivers enough that he can kind of make that adjustment. And they do still have talent. Like they still have Ben, they still have Tobias Harris. Like they actually have backup centers for once.
Dwight Howard time.
Dwight is Dwight, but he at least gives you something at that position.
He had 20 minutes the other night.
He can do what he can do.
Tony Bradley is what he is, but again, like that's another live body that you have at center. Like whereas years before, like Jonah Bolden's and shit, like they, like at least they have like legitimate NBA players that they can plug in at center while Embiid is out. So, and the bad thing that nobody's really paying attention to is like the top of the East is really playing well right now. Like
extremely well. Brooklyn,
Philly, Milwaukee, Miami, like all of them have won like 8 or 9 out of their last 10 games coming into today. So,
yeah,
like
the East is going to be a fun finish to the end because as you mentioned with Miami, they had their COVID stuff at the beginning of the season. They had some injuries that they were fighting through. And now that they're all back, like they're 9-1 over their last 10. and Jimmy Butler is playing like an MVP, he probably
Yeah,
won't
I
get
think Bam is
consideration
out.
for it. I think Bam is out, and Jimmy is just out here looking like the reason why they got to the finals last year. Like Jimmy's taking another step. I love watching Jimmy play. But
Yeah, the top two is on a 5-game winning streak, and then the Bucks and Miami are on 4-game winning streaks, and Atlanta's on a 5-game winning streak.
Yep.
since they got rid of their coach,
Yeah.
That's
5-0.
crazy.
they had
Atlanta's
a Tony
been-
Snell game winner and everything.
Game winner from Tony. I'm like, damn,
3-piece
dog.
chicken McNuggets for Tony.
Yeah, the
Tony
police
Snell.
they own him motherfucker too. Okay, Tony. Yeah, they've been Danilo Gallinari's back, so he been kind of like helping that. Not kind of, he been hooping.
They ain't gonna stay. The Pacers are a team I'm looking towards or looking at a little bit. Like now that they got yep.
Here's the bird.
Shouldn't say back, like he just made his debut.
Yeah, they said he was looking kind of shaky though.
I mean, he coming back
MVP
from
race
fucking
though.
cancer surgery.
Cancer.
he should be shaky. Like
Take your time, young man.
Right.
It's all good.
all right.
Now, by most accounts, Embiid was leading most people's MVP race. With him being out 2 weeks, 3 weeks, probably 3 weeks. Let's say 3, because he'll probably need like some time to ramp back up after the 2-week initial period. What do y'all think that does in the MVP race? You said what?
I was gonna say. Plus, there's no real reason to rush him back. Like especially as Embiid,
They
like
have
you
bigger
want to
goals.
be. Yeah.
They got bigger goals. So MVP race. What do
He's
y'all
out.
think? You think he throws him out?
Yeah, because the amount of games that's going to take place in the next 2 or 3 weeks, if he's fine, like it's a lot of 4-game weeks coming up for some cats. Like he could easily miss 8 to 10 games in the stretch, easily.
And that's 8 to 10 out of 72, not 82 like it usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that he can miss. In essence, he's missing a whole month's worth of games in his 2 to 3 weeks. He's gonna be forgotten quick.
So, with that being said, like, what is y'all MVP ranking? Like, y'all top 5 MVPs right now? Like, who at this moment?
Let me ask this question: like, is it how I would vote for MVP, or how I think that the MVP voting would go?
How you would vote?
Okay.
How you would vote? Because I feel like with Embiid being out, that puts Jokic at the number 1 spot. Because him and Embiid were kind of going back and forth a little bit as it was in my ranking. I had Giannis low initially. Like when I was on Give Me a Buck podcast, I was like, he top 5 somewhere in there, but he probably more about 4-5. But listen, that man Giannis,
He's a monster.
I know
He's a
y'all ain't gonna
monster.
give it to him media because he won 2 already, and y'all be bringing up playoffs even though they ain't supposed to have no bearing. But
He's a monster.
this man is hooping. Hooping. 3 straight triple doubles at this point. Like, I'm just
Like here's the thing: like, is everybody's kind of bunched up at the top, and I actually still think, depending on how quickly he comes back, like I think Embiid will probably still be in it, and also depends on how they play when he's out. Because like if they keep on winning like they have been, and he's not playing, it's like, oh well, how much do they really need him? You know what I mean?
Like, can you just chill into the playoffs? Just go ahead and practice, put in the work in practice, stay behind doors, and then we'll bring you in at the end of the season. If they don't need it.
Right.
But say Ben and Tobias, and they got a nice squad, honestly. They really do.
no, they're one in the East for a reason. Like they're
Right.
one in the East for a reason,
I think
but
they'll be
a lot
fine.
of that is behind Embiid. Like if they don't have Embiid in the playoffs, they're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
But then like Jokic is putting up the stats, but his team has been inconsistent when it comes
They're
to
like
like wins
6th,
and shit. They're like 5th or 6th in the West.
23 and
and
16.
yeah, like they're respectable, but it isn't like top 3 in the conference like an MVP usually is.
LeBron James.
LeBron is kind of fading because AD is out, which I don't know. Again, like I don't know what to take from that, because like again, if LeBron was out, like they wouldn't be winning either. So like they need LeBron and AD.
Yeah.
So you can't really say like, oh, LeBron can't carry the team. It's like the team wasn't built for LeBron to carry the team.
Right.
Definitely
Right.
is not.
It was built to be carried by that duo.
Exactly.
Kind of can say the same thing about Giannis. Like they missed Drew Holiday for a month or 3 weeks or whatever it was, lost a bunch of games, but when he's played, like they've been at a top seed in the East type of rate. So
Mhm.
then you got Dame, Steph, like they're on teams that aren't necessarily like high up in the standings, but like they've been playing out of their minds. Jimmy missed a bunch of games, and then you got Harden who did all that shit in Houston,
And Kyrie.
but he's been balling.
Kyrie deserves he deserves to be talked about in the race.
Yeah.
But listen, I know how you feel about James Harden, but
No, he's been playing well. Like he's been playing very well since he got to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But how much do you factor in like all the bullshit that he did in Houston?
He was in Houston for what, 15 games?
Well, I mean, how many of those games did he play? Because he missed some with COVID stuff.
I'm just trying to think of
right. That's what
I'm 72. Like
right.
How many was he in Houston? Personally,
8 games he played in Houston.
He only played in 8 in Houston. Okay.
He played 8 and started 8 in Houston.
And he missed like 4 or 5 probably.
But the thing is, like, if Giannis's playoff stuff is held against him, like, why isn't it held against Harden, who's been even worse in the playoffs?
He's played 26
it's a great
games
question.
in Brooklyn though, so it's like
it's
people forgot.
Oh, because he in a new situation. Like if Giannis would
because like he played way more games now as a net than he did with Houston.
No, you're still on that original point. My question was like, why is playoff failure being held against Giannis when it isn't being held against Harden?
It was for a second.
I'm talking about this year.
Like in MVP conversation.
He hasn't been any better. Like
he's on the Nets.
That's why I say, yeah, he went to a new team. Like if Giannis would have left Milwaukee, they probably would be like, "Oh, MVP!" Like, come on, man. Like,
he definitely because they couldn't get past like Western Conference Finals. He chokes in the Western Conference Finals every year and shit. Like,
I mean, look what they did against the Lakers last year. Like they played worse against the Lakers than the Bucks did against Miami. Like, granted, they weren't favored, but like they just like completely rolled over.
I mean, come on, it's the Lakers.
I'm
just saying, like, they didn't try. Like, it wasn't the Lakers just beat their ass. It was just like, fuck it, we out of here. Like,
I'm out of here.
And the main one was James Harden.
I was like, Russ tried.
Russ was trying his hardest, but
like,
and he just came back from COVID too.
Yep.
But it'll be interesting, man.
Because I was listening to the Low Post earlier today, and like, dude was like, I don't feel comfortable voting for Giannis after I did the last 2 years, and then he did what he did in the playoffs. But then he was like, but you can't discount James Harden because like he's just been amazing in Brooklyn. It's like you can't have it both ways. Like
because he's in Brooklyn. That's it.
They
forgot that he was 0 for 17.
Oh, I forgot about that till you just said
2 years in a row, that team, they missed 25 straight.
That's one thing about Harden in Brooklyn that I think is going to help him out, where he's not going to be tasked with having to be that guy to take that shot. Like he's in a perfect role for him to thrive. Because Kyrie has never seen a shot that he don't like anyway. Exactly. And then you get KD back.
Give me the ball.
Like he gets to be slotted in that perfect role of him not having to have all the pressure on him because like he has other
or any of the pressure on him because it's like it don't matter. Like if he start missing. But I was listening to Nekias Duncan and Steve Jones Jr. Like they have a podcast called The Dunker Spot. Y'all should listen. It's really good. But
yes, sir.
They asked a question. It was, who is Brooklyn's best offensive player? And it was like, my visceral reaction was like, Kevin Durant. And I was like, well, is he?
But you got to use.
Because it's like the creation from James Harden is just like that's a factor that like Durant and Kyrie are not touching. Like as a creator, like somebody that can run the offense, like they're not on that level as a playmaker. But it's like as a pure scorer, it's like, okay, Kevin Durant, but then it's like, well, I mean, like as a pure scorer, like can you really get better than James Harden? Like
Harden is right there.
Like there was a play in the game they had recently where Harden did his step back, the dude bit on the fake, he pump fake, passed it off to DeAndre Jordan real quick, cut, and the defender was completely like, oh my God, I didn't expect none of this to be happening. James caught the ball in the cut, and because he has so much gravity, everybody crashed, and that nigga just threw the oop up to DJ. It was one of the most beautiful things.
Fucking beautiful.
I was like, dang, that's some good basketball right there. I was like, God,
his IQ is ridiculous on offensive end. Like it's ridiculous to the point where he is right there as far as the offensive talent goes with KD.
And then we say all that, but it's like one possession. Whose hands do you want the ball in the most? And it might be Kyrie. It's like, what the fuck?
On the game.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, you got Kyrie, James Harden, Kevin Durant. Like, those might be the 3 best offensive players in the league
right now, and they're on the same team. Like,
Yeah.
And we mentioned it before, and Kyrie's having a very efficient season.
Yeah.
Like Kyrie like efficient.
I don't want
It's
the
crazy.
motherfuckers to grab Andre Drummond, bro. They grab Drummond, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. They
I
gonna
ain't
get
worried about
22
Andre
boards from that motherfucker, bro. They'll put DJ on the bench for Drummond. They'll
I got
let him
them
get his
favored.
22 boards.
I got them still favored coming out the East. So them adding Drummond doesn't really change too much of where I
From the
have
jump.
them slotted. And that's not Bucks fans. Don't come at me all crazy.
Mhm.
Like Brooklyn is like they can play enough defense at this point to kind of get them where they need to go. Now
Mhm.
again, I like the Bucks' chance in this 7-game series against Brooklyn. But if you're asking me who I think is favorite, I guess I think you have to say Brooklyn at this point.
Before even the Harden trade, I said on paper before the season started, the Nets had the best squad in the
Before
league.
they had Harden, I was like, we can do something. We can do something, do something.
Right.
But then they got Harden, and I was like, this might not work. Then I saw Harden play there, and I saw Kyrie being like, I don't really care too much. And like they all flowing and talking and having fun. And I was like, oh.
The one thing I still hold out reservations on is the fact that when it gets high pressure situations, like does all that camaraderie shit like go out the window? Like, because you still got 3 very combustible personalities that gotta be on the same page when shit get tight.
Them motherfuckers shooting 50% from the field as a team. As a team.
But the thing again with Brooklyn, like I was watching the Knicks game last night, and again, this is why I have like hope that the Bucks could do something, is the fact like they're gonna give you chances to beat them because they're not like you're gonna have your chances, but you better make those shots because the Knicks had opportunities,
Dante DiVincenzo.
and they just kept missing. So again, that's why I like the Bucks' chances. We're a top offense, even in the half court, which I didn't see that
We're right there
coming,
with them.
but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we're a top offense, so like we got enough firepower, which sounds weird, but we do to make it a problem.
Like I think we'll talk about trade deadline stuff next week, but like
Yeah,
if we can get PJ Tucker and not have to give up anybody in our rotation, or at least like nobody high up in our rotation, like that gives us a 5th to be on the court, like a penciled in 5th person for like that closing lineup, which I think would like gives us a defender and another person that can knock down a 3. Like right now, it's Pat Connaughton or Brook Lopez, and it's like that's shaky.
you know what I mean? And Pat Connaughton has actually played well.
Like
this
he's played
season.
well,
we're just getting too many minutes from him.
Exactly. Like I don't like Pat as a rotation piece in the playoffs. I'm comfortable with that. Like way more comfortable than I have in the last 2 seasons. Pat as like closing 5th starter. Like I'd like to see an upgrade in that spot. And PJ Tucker hasn't been good this year, but I'm also assuming like part of that is like he don't care. He was trying to get out of Houston. Like he saw what James Harden did. He's like, fuck it. Like
this shit dead, man.
But
I'm here, but I ain't here.
Right. I'm physically here, but I'm checked all the way out.
I don't want to be here.
So we kind of touched on this too already. Anthony Davis is still out for the Lakers. They said that he's going to be sidelined at least another 2 weeks, another 2 more weeks because of the tendonitis and the calf strain. I just want to know, Ken, like, do you have any concern levels about KD's recovery at this point?
I'm not going to say I have any concern levels because we're in a position and at a point that we don't need and we don't want to rush him back. So like whatever he needs to do, like we need him to be completely healthy. Of course, like we miss him like tremendously, but I feel like we can stay afloat while he's out. It shouldn't hurt us too much. So yeah, I don't have I'm not too concerned with it because I definitely want him to be 100%, not to rush back because we need him for the long haul. So.
I agree with you. Y'all, again, kind of like I mentioned with Embiid, like y'all ain't playing for right now. Y'all playing for the playoffs. So
yeah, exactly. So there's no reason to rush him back for then get re-injured right before playoffs or anything. We definitely don't need that.
Yeah. Houston Rocket guard Eric Gordon, he is going to miss 4 to 6 weeks with a strained groin. That's pretty much the end of the season, ain't it?
Damn near.
Just about.
Because
the season. Yeah, that's almost. He might come back to last, but at that point, it's probably gonna be no reason for him to come back.
It eliminates him from the trade market.
Yeah, because teams were calling, but
they got shit. It's 15 games in March, 16 in April, and 9 in May. So shit, he might be out of there, bro. He might be done.
LeBron wearing a LeBron 316 shirt today.
I would too if I just became a co-owner of the Boston Red Sox.
Man,
Hey,
and that's one you can't take. Yeah.
That's a flex for that
hey.
ass.
Kings forward Marvin Bagley III, he fractured his hand and he is out indefinitely. That sucks.
I'm
for that
starting to
young
think
man.
that the second overall pick is just cursed. Cause shit, like
Damn.
somebody needs to bubble wrap Ja. That's all I gotta say. Cause
Forever. I love
Yeah.
Ja.
Yeah, he be balling.
Ja and LaMelo are my two favorite non-Bucks like
I agree.
player. Like
LaMelo been hooping, dog.
we've been trying to
We've
tell
been-
y'all.
exactly.
No, I'm not saying
We've
that.
been saying
I'm-
this before he even
No,
got
no,
drafted.
no,
Before this man got
shut
drafted,
it,
we've
shut
been
it,
saying
shut it.
this.
I'm not saying that as a oh my god, I just realized he's balling. I was saying it as a man, he really been balling shit. So shut that shit.
This nigga
Y'all always
do-
trying to hop on a nigga ass before I can
he
finish
does
talking.
this.
No, but we had the LaMelo conversation I think last week, the week before that. So like that's he's doing what we said
He does
rookie of the
this.
year. It's easy. Like
Just
Charlotte,
like week in and
Easy
week out,
money.
he has these crazy highlights and shit too.
if you got league pass, Charlotte games should be on your must-see list, especially because I forget their color commentator name, but
Mhm.
that nigga be cracking me up.
Dude, he
He
especially
be heat.
dude, especially with the wins, he funny as hell, dude.
Did you see when Gordon Hayward dunked on I think it was De'Aaron Fox? He was like, "He's hanging all over." I was like,
he be doing the JR shit, bro. He be out.
yeah, he do.
I
Yes, he
swear,
do.
he be straight like JR, bro. He be so geek.
hollering.
That's all I watch is Charlotte and Lakers.
Camille?
Uh,
She
Dang.
froze.
Get out of here.
somebody screen grab that.
and she's at it, and she got took to the slobber doctor.
Gulag.
You back?
Am I back now? Am I
Yeah.
back? All right.
Welcome.
I was sitting there
back.
talking. I was like, everybody frozen. I said, crap. That means that's my internet.
Oh, you don't want to froze.
I just said that. I just said that.
You said
But
everybody.
no,
froze.
and I told you what that meant. That was my internet.
So we both said it
CJ
right there?
McCollum. Shut up, Sam. CJ McCollum came back today from his fractured left foot, and I know Dame is happy about that because Dame back got to be sore from all that carrying he be doing.
They'll be good, man. Like a lot of people, I feel like still sleeping on him just because McCollum's been gone long and Dame has been carrying them. They really not realizing the potential that Portland still has. Like they still can move up and probably be a top 3 team in the West by the
I think
time like they get their
CJ came
entire
back
squad
today.
back. Like he's really been doing it by himself. And they'll see the difference when CJ back cooking niggas again.
Talking about Melos though, Carmelo has actually been putting up some numbers too.
Yeah.
Been loving it.
Speak to tie them both together. You see LaMelo doing Carmelo's thing now with the 3-pointer?
Yeah.
I also saw who's the
From Minnesota, right?
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards.
Oh, he does that
did
too?
it too.
No, he
he did it
over
disrespectful,
Melo,
though. Yeah.
and it was sitting there like
He was disrespectful with it.
Oh.
Yeah,
It was
he was-
actually quite funny. I was like,
Yeah,
damn,
I was like,
dog.
damn, what? No, he did it twice though. That's what made it ugly. I was like, yo,
Yeah, I like Anthony, like personality wise, like I
Same.
like Anthony Edwards. Like
Saying
He's slowly getting better. He been hooping lately.
he's one of the people that like context matters because like all that stuff came out before the draft when he's like I don't really like like I like football, like I ain't really like basketball like that. Like he's one of the people like you can't like directly quote because it doesn't come across the way that he intends it. Like he's fun, like he's fun, he's funny. Like I'm rooting for that kid to do good.
same.
yeah, for sure.
Same.
That kid, what does I sound like?
Oh,
I mean,
you see,
he,
old
to us,
old as hell.
Right, but he is a
He's a
kid.
kid.
Like,
He is a kid.
I'm literally old enough to be his daddy. I don't like that.
Are you? How old is he?
Ain't he 19?
Actually, I think he's like 20. So man, we're getting close to that age where it's
I
like,
will say you have to be a busy young man to
Stroking.
hey,
at
I
the
got,
young age,
I know some people my
I
age
was
that got
saying,
kids
it ain't
that
like y'all
age.
know nobody.
so-
Yeah,
You know what?
I do.
Carry on. Carry on. New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees, he announced his decision to retire after 20 NFL seasons. Upon his retirement, he is the NFL all-time leader in career passing yards. and he ranks second all time in touchdown passes and completion percentage.
Mm.
Shout out to Drew Brees.
Shout out.
And we had a damn good career. You'll see him in Canton. Can't wait for his
Yeah.
speech. No, I can't. But congratulations, sir.
He like, I don't care. I don't
He
care
had to
that
have
much.
his sensitivity training and shit.
Hey, I'll give him some minor credit for seemingly learning something from that situation.
Yeah.
Seemingly.
Yeah.
It's still
saying,
like-
Give him the Benny. So
Yeah,
congratulations, sir.
some more
Funny,
action.
like it was
He had a
announced
hell of
like when he retired that he was going to join NBC, and everybody's like, "That's the wrong nation, the wrong network."
Damn.
It thought he was going
That's
straight to Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But
Hey.
no, he had a hell of a career, man. Like Drew
He
Brees
definitely
was one of
did.
my
Oh, yeah,
favorite
for sure.
quarterbacks to watch. Like he was probably one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all time. Like the shit that, like even during the
Facts.
Pro Bowl when they had like the Pro Bowl games, the shit that he would just be standing there just throwing shit, bro, and like hitting random shit. Like, bro, how they hit like on a dime? Like a lot of Drew Brees's like resurgence, and what he did for New Orleans was crazy. Like
Mhm.
he helped New
Mhm.
Orleans a lot. He did a lot, especially after the Hurricane Katrina thing and shit like that. Like he really helped New Orleans out big time, and that's why the city loved Drew Brees for who he was outside of just football. So again, he had an absolutely fantastic resurgence of his career in New Orleans because he was over with the Chargers for a second, and he had a good career over there. Him and LaDainian Tomlinson was doing things. It's just different over in New Orleans, but he had a hell of a career, and he's definitely fun to watch.
Shout out to Drew Brees, like for real. Like
Yeah, shut up for sure.
that's a solid career. And on top of that, when he made his retirement announcement, he made note to the fact that you were making, Tim, like, I'm not retiring from New Orleans. Like, I still got like stuff to do here. Like, New Orleans is pretty much home at this point too. I bet his kids like, we ain't trying to leave here. Like, man, it'd be nice outside.
It's
Like the
cracking.
weather is great. The food is good. Like, I don't want to leave here.
It's a couple things that I think about when I think of like his career in totality. Like one, like going back to that thing that I'm old, like I remember poring over like that draft that he was in. I was just like, oh man, like where's he gonna go? Like it was Michael Vick was like the clear number one pick, and then it was like Drew Brees was the next quarterback, but they were worried like he's only 5'10" or whatever he was, and like no short. Actually, I think he's 6 feet, and they're like no short quarterback can really prosper, and they were like, can he even see over the line and all this other shit? And it's just like he struggled a little bit in San Diego, and that's why they drafted Phillip Rivers. But then like Rivers' rookie year, like Brees was like, fuck that, and like just took off. And then he was a free agent, and so he was trying to decide between Saints and the Dolphins, and like Miami is still ruined the day, like because that's a fork in the road. Because like you bring in Drew Brees, you got your quarterback for the next 10-15 years, whereas you end up with I don't even know who they've had at quarterback over the last.
I bet if you read through they list of quarterbacks too, you're gonna be like, whoo. I mean, Ryan Tannehill had the Dolphins.
Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of like Marino and I think
Tannehill.
Tannehill was top 5 for them for sure. Definitely top 5 for them for sure.
Didn't Jay Cutler go there for a minute?
Yep.
Was Jay there?
Yep.
I think that's
like
why
a
he came
season or
back.
two.
I'm gonna have to look up these damn Dolphins. Jesus.
But
Hey, man,
yeah, so like
Jay
he
Cutler,
basically he answered all the questions that people had about him, like at every stop. Like he had the shoulder thing, like when he signed with New Orleans. So like every time he got doubted, like he just proved everybody wrong and ended up having a 20-year career, Hall of Famer, all-time leading passer in NFL history. Like
he's probably a top 10 all-time NFL quarterback. I think saying top 10 is probably pretty safe. I'm sure there's arguments about where in that 10 you might have him, but I think it's fair to put him there.
I think, but I'm pretty sure
They looked
that's
up.
a safe place.
You got them Dolphins QBs.
I got some. They have that shit is better than the damn Bears with Dan
Yeah,
Marino
bro,
for
chill,
one.
bro.
But they have Bob Greasy. His son was trash, but his dad was cold.
In the
Bob
70s.
Greasy was nice. Then they had Marino was another big name. They had Jay Fielder.
I forgot about
Just
Jay
for
Fielder.
Culpepper was there for a minute. I forgot Culpepper went there for a minute.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Like I feel like all the quarterbacks go there like once their good years are
It's
over.
Miami.
Yeah, like you want to play
Trent
in Florida?
Green,
Retirement spot.
Chad Pennington, Chad Henney.
Chad Pennington.
I remember Chad Pennington. He was on the Jets for a minute.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
Again,
was.
like that's where you go. Like once you're not on no more.
And they had Chad Henney, Ryan Tannehill, Jay Cutler. Then they had Fitzmagic. And now Tua.
Tua time. We'll see how
No,
long.
I mean,
Tua
they
time
Dolphins
lasts.
haven't been around as long as the Bears. Bears been around forever.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't
y'all
got no
one of the
damn
oldest
excuse.
NFL team.
100 damn years, and y'all still ain't had a. What was your Hall of Fame quarterback?
Oh, like Sid Luckman or something.
What's the name? Bradshaw.
He played for Pittsburgh.
He played for Pittsburgh.
Damn,
Terry
right.
Bradshaw.
Yeah,
You think of Jim McMahon?
McMahon, yeah.
He wasn't go. He just had a good year.
He definitely was not gold.
Y'all ain't got no. Yeah, so you ain't got no Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Is what you're saying?
No.
Sid Luckman. But that was back in like the 50s.
Yeah, so that don't even count.
No, look, hey,
Damn.
it count.
Damn.
We had Bart Starr back in the day. I'm gonna count Bart Starr. God dang it.
Shit, Miami got 2 already.
Hey. So, in some interesting news, the Rangers decided that when they open up the MLB season, they gonna open up at 100% capacity.
Ooh, they wildin'.
They in
Texas
Texas.
is the weakest link.
Yeah, Texas wildin'.
I don't understand, but they said if everybody buy them tickets up, it can be a sold out game, but we ain't restricting nothing.
100%.
And then they said after that, they're going to have a slightly reduced capacity with social distancing pods for the remainder of April and May. And I don't understand why you're doing that if you opened it up for like.
Why would you do that in
what?
the first
Oh, so
place?
opening day is 100%, and then they'll reduce it back
Yep.
down.
Come on, get fucked up.
Y'all wild. Hey,
Let us hit that
wildin',
capacity
bro.
at one good time. We need that ticket and gate sales and shit. We want to make sure that our opening day game, you can see a whole bunch of people and shit because you don't want to see them bubbles later on.
Just
They got
think
that
though,
one.
like how terrifying it's going to be to be in an arena full of people for the first time.
That's your
Like
choice.
during this,
That's
like
your
that has
choice.
to be terrifying.
It ain't gonna be terrifying. Everybody that go there is expecting that. Every single person that goes to that game expecting
That's
that game to be
terrifying,
packed.
bro.
I think the first time I act like I'm going to be scared when I go back to like a full stadium for like it's going to be weird being reacclimated with being around a lot of people. Like it's
Breathing on you and shit.
right. Like I'm gonna be like back up, like
Randomly blowing on you and shit.
and you know how many people
Coughing
be
and shit.
bumping you and stuff at sport games. Like they be running into you, stepping on your shoes, spilling the beer. Like I don't know about all that, Chief. I saw the
I don't
Brewers.
know, that space sounds real nice right now.
The
Give me a
Brewers
seat or
opening
two
up
between
at 25% capacity, but you can't tailgate. And I was like, well, there ain't no point to go.
Damn.
I mean, opening day, that's all about tailgate. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's the first
like,
of the 62. Like, I mean, 162. Like, that shit don't matter.
Like, come on, man. But also in some COVID crowd news, WWE officials are looking to have 45,000 fans at each night of WrestleMania.
How many?
2 days.
45,000.
I see.
90,000 people total.
Wait, so how many people were at the Super Bowl? Like 20,000?
They said, hold on, let me get it right. I thought it was like 16,000. They said, but let me just go ahead and double check.
No, they kept
it was plenty motherfuckers there.
They said they
Bruh.
say.
NFL Super Bowl.
But and this definitely isn't a defense of WWE, but and I guess this applies to the Rangers as well. Like at least these are outdoor places. Like you definitely don't want to have like an enclosed roof with that many people.
22,000.
22,000. So they're trying to double up the Super Bowl.
Not just double it because they won it twice, 2 days in a row.
So they want pretty much 90,000 people. It could be double because some people be there for both days, but over the course of 2 days, they want to make sure it's 90,000 people that have seen them perform.
Show me the money. That's all he said.
Same stadium as the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, I guess like like they have a little bit more seating capacity, so
65,000. So
they can space people out a little bit more than the Super Bowl did, or at least they have somewhere to put the extra people.
Vince been waiting on this shit.
Well, Super Bowl was at Raymond James as well, and they only had 20, and they spaced them out pretty well. You gonna double that up and then add a little bit more on top of that too? Going from 20 to 45
on the field. You know what I mean? Like that would be their
argument.
Oh
yeah. I got you. Yeah. I forgot about that. You're right. That's true.
So yeah, actually that will work out then.
I told y'all last year, like Vince ain't missing. Like Vince,
not too.
That was a 1 year thing. Like Vince is not missing a WrestleMania crowd.
Nope. He ain't missing. He damn near didn't miss last year. He was trying his damn. He canceled at the last minute. This last.
They were playing chicken with the city of Tampa at that point, like because whoever canceled it was on the hook financially.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Day was looking like that Diddy meme where they were just staring. He was like, I'm not about to.
I'm not eating this L.
Right.
Until y'all tell me I can't, we going forward. But yeah, so we'll see.
Well, speaking of
hopefully,
which,
it goes off without a hitch.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, they'll have the Hall of Fame. So they're streaming it on Peacock, WWE, still on WWE. They're having their Hall of Fame, and they'll be streaming it on the Peacock app on Tuesday, April 6th, which will include the 2020 class as well as the 2021 class.
Good for them.
They didn't have. I don't think they had a live. They didn't have a live ceremony for them last year because of the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they'll be able to do all the presentations and stuff like that with everybody together this year.
All right, quick on since we're on the WWE. Like, Tim, I know you be watching.
Mm-hmm.
So is Randy Orton fighting Alexis Bliss?
She challenged him to a match.
Lord Jesus.
Like what the fuck? So it's gonna be a devil match? Like she just gonna be press a leg in the middle of the ring? Seances and shit,
bro. I have no idea. Bro.
Randy Orton gonna be spitting blood up again. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, man. Whatever gonna happen, Soulja Boy gonna come for Randy ass, and then Randy gonna start talking.
Hey, he go RKO,
bro. The shit.
Then he go like you.
Did you see his stream? Did you see Soulja Boy stream? Talking about
when
Randy?
he was sitting there, he was going ham.
Bro, he was. Hold on, let me find this. He was going ham. I can't chuckle a little bit.
But
the shit was ridiculous.
I would. While you looking that up, I would imagine that that's just a way to get what's the name to come back. Like they ain't gonna actually fight.
The Fiend, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was like, he gonna come back, and then they gonna fight.
Yeah.
Go ahead, play that Soulja Boy clip. He has some smoke.
So it looked like he playing Grand Theft Auto while he's streaming for video game service shit.
The WWE the other day just to see what it looked like. Y'all on there spitting fire and spitting acid out your mouth and doing cut scenes and that shit look like a soap opera TV show. That shit was fake as hell, nigga. Y'all niggas can't even act. I looked at that shit. Y'all on there spitting. I ain't watched wrestling in like 15 years. Nigga, you ain't never did shit. Nigga was standing in the ring. I can't wrestle with a nigga that wear leather thongs. Nigga want to yell at me in his underwear. Soldier, come here. Nigga, pow, get your stupid ass.
He gonna get his ass whooped. He walking that damn building.
They ain't gonna pull another punch.
Walking and realize everybody's 6'5" and up.
I just say his living room sound empty as a motherfucker. Like he was putting
echoes.
They ain't got no furniture,
no soundproofing, no nothing. He's just playing video games in front of the TV, bro.
He don't give a fuck.
Man, no, he gonna walk in that bitch and realize everybody in there 250 plus. Even the women bench pressing. Like it's gonna be a wrap. Like they have legit MMA fighters in there. Legit motherfucking gold glove boxers in there. He talking big shit for a nigga that ain't too big.
That's why Oscar can't keep her teeth.
Man.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. Bow Wow will be there soon. Maybe a drag him in there.
Bow Weezy.
They go tag team. They'll be out here.
Hey, if Bow Wow
they gonna fight the Street Profits, bro. They gonna be out here wild. They're gonna have a rap battle before.
I don't want to see that shit
before the match.
They actually have had rap battles on WWE programming before, and
the Usos used to come out.
Yes, they did, and it.
And then New Day tried to go back. That was probably the best one they had when the New Day and the Usos was going back and forth. But that's about it. Anyway,
again with that, why ain't nobody tell me about old girl in NXT? What's her name? Tori or Tony?
Oh, Tony Storm. What about?
I was like, who is this? Who is this?
we definitely talked about it before.
Y'all did. I don't remember. I was like,
in the group.
I was like,
NXT one day. He was watching NXT one day.
I was like, I definitely will be to the end.
Yeah, because they were talking about the cheeks.
Oh yeah, that's why I was like, oh damn, okay.
This motherfucking NXT, bro.
Yeah, I'm definitely tuned in. She gave the fan. You know, she gave the fan.
What's your Twitter?
You know, exactly. I sure was on all the socials. Like, oh.
But so Molly Holly actually gonna be the first inductee for the WWE for the Hall of Fame for 2021 class. Mm-hmm. Couple transactions real quick for NBA. Oklahoma City traded Hamidou Diallo to Detroit for what is his name? Svi Mikhail.
Mikhail.
Damn, what day? What? Hey, that's
Oh yeah, it's Mahalik, right?
Mikhail.
I'm a
Oh,
height.
Mikhail.
he got a name on him, boy.
Look like you just
Names
smashing
around
keys
here.
on the keyboard. When
Some names around
He
here,
got some
boy.
names around him, boy.
And they traded for him in the 2027 second round pick. God damn.
That's
Like,
far
y'all got
out.
all these picks. That's all they. I mean, shit.
That's the thing. Oklahoma can't be taking back all these picks in the next couple years
They
because
got a million of them.
they don't
bro.
have any roster spots at that point.
It ain't finna house all these damn rookies, bro. Fuck out of here. This ain't 2K.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they got to
Year
take
in,
in
year out,
27.
they
It's
redrafting
like,
the whole class and shit. That's
To
wild.
make some moves.
That's wild. But free agent Quinn Cook is well shit, it might be over by now. Signed a 10-day contract
Hey,
with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
that's what's up, man.
2 more players are now away from their team as they work on finding new homes. LaMarcus Aldridge and
PJ
Tucker. Where do you think they would be good fits?
Milwaukee.
I would
Like,
like
one
to
of
see. Honestly, y'all could use LaMarcus Aldridge.
we
like if
definitely
he's bought,
could.
like y'all actually
We
really
could
could
definitely
use
use
him
him.
because Marc Gasol ain't been exactly
Just a name at this point.
what y'all what y'all
I
thought.
mean, Aldridge might not be more than that.
He can give him more than what Gasol was
giving.
giving.
Have you watched any Laker games, bro? Gasol is not.
I told y'all at the beginning of the
Look,
season.
bro, he not it, bro. He is
That
not.
he-
I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying, like, Lamar. It's a
Nah,
reason why LaMarcus Aldridge got benched in San
When
Antonio.
I
Like,
when I tuned in, fam, and saw how bad Gasol and West looked, I was like,
bro.
hmm.
Yeah, Gasol be looking like he on skates, bro. Like he just be rolling around like, no, what the fuck is you doing?
Like 2K20 defense, fam. Like
Exactly,
you
bro.
can't
Stiff as
you can't-
hell, bro. He do 2D defense, bro.
2D.
and like this,
2D defense.
right? Like this doesn't apply to Aldridge because he ain't playing the bubble. But I wonder if we like underestimated like the old guys, like how quick that turnaround was for him. Because like to your point, like West, Marc Gasol, PJ Tucker, like they're all like 34 plus.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, you gave them a month and a half off.
Yeah.
Like
It might
maybe
be a little
maybe
more
they're
time than
coasting
that.
also. Like
I'm just waiting for
and
the
then they
playoffs.
turn on the playoffs. But I don't know. We'll see.
I need West
Oh.
to turn it on, though. Shit.
He
Doing
was
all
like
that
pretty
shooting.
bad too,
He was doing all that shooting in Milwaukee and shit. Like, nigga, shoot here.
Because
was
he had
home,
shots
though.
in Milwaukee. Like ain't no shots in LA.
Man,
When he
look,
when he get him, he don't hit him. That's why
I
he
mean,
don't got that.
it ain't like he had like the offense running through him here either. But when he got the ball, he was putting them up.
Man, no, he be bricking.
Please, bro.
He be
You
breaking
ain't
over
getting
here.
none- you ain't getting
Hey,
none of the
I seen maybe one arrow this season, but one arrow, bro. I watched him last night. I'm like, bro, he just be out there doing nothing, bro.
He was just out there running.
Shout out to
But I-
Kuzma again, man. Kuzma been balling. Shout out to Kuzma, man.
I
Because we
wanna
almost
see,
gave up on Kuzma too.
He was wilding
Yeah,
come
y'all
up.
did.
He was
We
I
damn
fucking
near gave
LeBron
up
for that
on him.
pass,
He been
bro.
balling.
I want to see LaMarcus go back to Portland. I just want to see. I want the story. I think. I
They can
mean,
use him.
they can, and I didn't like the way that he left because it felt to me kind of like he was seeing Dame coming up, and he was like, "Pick me or him," and they was like, "Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Dame pretty cold," and he was like,
Younger,
"I'm out, I'm out."
It was like Fresh Prince when he's like, "Oh my man, you making this too easy." Like,
Right.
dang. What you mean?
But
I think at
like,
the time he was still on his rookie deal too, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Like I think it was that long ago.
It's been what about five years now?
Well, I mean, I think he signed a 4-year deal with San Antonio, so this will be the 4th year.
4th year, yeah. So
Grass ain't always
I-
greener, Mr. Aldridge.
It ain't. It really ain't. Don Maker saw the same thing.
Damn.
I want to play. I'm unhappy. I ain't got no tick. Nigga, you could have been a great bench piece, fam. Now look at you. I don't even know where you at right now, fam. Is he in Cleveland? Where's
You know, he got released when they made the trade for Jared Allen.
Dang.
He on TikTok. That's what he on.
Damn.
Let's move on. We only got 20 minutes left. Let's move on.
Yeah. Any thoughts on my PJ Tucker, or like I said, Milwaukee?
I mean,
oh, bro.
I don't.
Just don't go to New.
Don't go to Brooklyn.
Goddamn, don't go to
Like,
Brooklyn.
damn.
Please.
Damn, they got enough over there, dog.
Or Miami, because like
I,
he would fit perfect in Miami, and I just
He would
hate
fit
to
in
see that.
Miami.
He would fit really well in Miami.
He'd
if
be
we
the
if
new,
they can find a way to
Jay
get like trade like if we could trade like DJ Wilson or something to get PJ Tucker, I'm all for it.
I can see
Yes,
him over in
please.
Phoenix too.
Like definitely like I saw somebody say like should they give up Dante? No.
No,
No.
he can't make a
Like,
layup, but he is
I'm-
useful.
I was gonna say I'm
He
fine
can't
with
make a
trading
layup.
Dante, but for 35-year-old PJ Tucker who got 3 months left on his contract, that ain't the chip you cash in for.
Nah, I think they need to rock with Dante rest of this season.
Yeah, I don't think
Now, if they can upgrade from Dante, like then sure,
we can't trade no first.
Like I just don't see many moves. Like honestly, I don't see many moves the Bucks can make
Yeah.
outside of like fringe things, like trading DJ Wilson for PJ Tucker. I'm not sure how that money worked, but
Yeah, we can't
figure
trade
it out.
A first. So that's all we got is Dante. And you ain't upgrading from Dante, just straight up.
And so, yeah, but Myers Leonard.
Yeah, he was fined $50,000 and suspended for 1 week. Although it doesn't really count because he's injured, so he doesn't lose any money from it. For his anti-Semitic slur on Twitch.
It doesn't make him get suspended when he come back from the injury. Like, bro, you can't just skate.
He out for the season.
Damn.
But slap on the wrist.
Big slap on the wrist. Actually, little slap on the wrist.
Yeah. The NCAA's All-American team, men's All-American teams were named on Tuesday. First team is Gonzaga's Corey Kispert, Baylor's Jared Butler, Iowa's Luka Garza, Illinois's. How do you pluralize Illinois? Whatever. University of Illinois guard Ayo.
Hey yo.
I'm not even gonna try his last name. And Oklahoma State's Cade Cunningham. Second team was Gonzaga's Jalen Suggs, Gonzaga's Drew Timme, Illinois'
Kofi Cockburn.
Kofi Cockburn, which is a wild name. Michigan's Hunter Dickinson, also a wild name. And UCLA's Evan Mobley. Third team was Baylor's Davion Mitchell, Houston's Quentin Grimes, Alabama's Herb Jones, Loyola's Cameron Krutwig, and Oregon's Chris Duarte.
Congratulations, fellas.
Congrats.
XFL and CFL are discussing a collaboration after their seasons were both canceled due to COVID-19. CFL Commissioner Randy Ambrosi said in a joint statement that we are looking forward to seeing what possibilities our discussions may uncover and to sharing those with our fans as the process unfolds. Neither side referenced the possibility of a merger, but each confirmed interest in combining their efforts moving forward. XFL President and CEO Jeffrey Pollock said, "We are honored and excited to be in discussions with the CFL. It is clear through our early conversations that we share a passion for football, an expansive sense of possibility, and a deep desire to create more opportunities for players and fans across North America and around the world." If you remember, Dwayne Johnson, Danny Garcia, and Redbird Capital Partners purchased the XFL from Vince McMahon after the league declared bankruptcy in 2020.
You talking about a successful divorce?
Yeah. Also,
hey, we can't be together, but we can get this money together for life.
Man, they have built an empire. And also, full circle moment for The Rock. Like his whole wrestling career started because he got cut from the CFL. So now he coming back like, fuck it, I'm finna take this bitch over. Yeah.
This shit.
Big bags. And LeBron James and long-time business partner Maverick Carter are becoming part owners of the Boston Red Sox. LeBron and Maverick became partners in Fenway Sports Group, which owns the Red Sox, Liverpool FC of the Premier League, Roush Fenway Racing, NESN, which is the regional sports network in New England, and Fenway Sports Management alongside FSG Real Estate.
They finna get so much money, bro.
Yeah,
like so much. And he's supposed to just shut up.
Man's is a mogul.
Dog, so much money. You getting it from track. You getting it from a TV network. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool soccer and
I love
one
to
of the top
see it.
clubs in fucking England. And damn.
Love to see it.
Woo. Congrats again. Correct. I understand why he's wearing LeBron 316 today.
LeBron 316 says, "I just made a Billy."
Nigga.
Yeah.
First black owners in that group. Like that's hey, kudos, bro. Like his legacy is wild.
2021, we still getting black first women
black,
first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still.
And they just like, I don't know why am I still the first?
Exactly.
All right. I got a quick blow the whistle before we get into the top 5.
I forgot about that.
Let's get into the blow the whistle because this is gonna be quick. I promise you, it's gonna be quick. Blow the whistle this week. Matt Rowan. There might not be a name that you might be familiar with. You might be like, wait, who? Little reminder, that is the announcer who went viral, high school announcer who went viral for calling some women players, some young ladies who were playing, effing in words. I'm just gonna bleep both of those things out there for you, because they were kneeling. And he put out a statement afterwards, of course, after such remarks, come out, in which he said that he regrettably made some statements that cannot be taken back. And during that Norman High School girls basketball game against Midwest City, he said, I made inappropriate and racist comments, believing that the microphone was off. Pause. So the racist comments are cool if the mic is off. Okay, I got you.
Fuck you, bro.
He then said, however, let me state immediately, that is no excuse. Such comments should not have ever been uttered. That I can agree with. There is no excuse there. You should not utter those words. He then went on to talk about how he's a family man. He's married. At one time, he was a youth pastor. And he threw out the fact that he's a member of a Baptist church. He threw the Baptist church, okay?
Eat a dick.
His devil's in the church, too.
Eat a dick.
And he mentioned how he embarrassed not only himself, but his family and his friends. And then he went on to say that he suffered from type 1 diabetes.
Yeah.
And during the game, his sugar was spiking.
Fuck
diabetes made me do it. The sugar.
First of all, nigga, I have diabetes, nigga. It ain't never altered me to say some shit that I ain't had. Nigga, sugar can't control what come out my mouth. Fuck him, bro.
Wait, fam, you just said nigga like 5 times.
Fuck him.
He can't say nigga though.
I know, I'm just saying, like the white dude could come in and be like, well, the beaties made me say nigga like he made Ken just say nigga. Like
the difference.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. Don't be out here a grown ass man. Hold some accountability and shit like that. You let that shit fly because that's the shit you do on a regular fucking basis. That's how you feel on a regular fucking basis. No, you can't say that shit in public. No, you shouldn't be saying that shit behind closed doors. But guess what? You said that shit so much behind closed doors, it slipped in public.
He must be
because the sugar was spiking.
He was kicking it with the Papa John's dude.
So you trying to tell me you need a lollipop and not say nigga? What the fuck?
Yeah, they all kick it together.
So a couple things were crazy to me about the situation. One, how are you comfortable saying that at work? So like he went on in his statement to talk about how his colleague didn't say nothing or like that wasn't nothing to do with him, but you felt comfortable enough thinking the mic was off to say that to him. So clearly that's how y'all talk to each other at some, you know what I mean? Like at some comfort level there. You didn't feel no type of way about it.
Fuck him too.
Pretty much. And then he also went on to say how now the comments might make me seem like I'm racist, but I'm not. And I never considered myself
That's what racists say, motherfucker. That's exactly what racists say.
Racist shit, but I'm not racist. It's just
you only.
I got a friend that's black.
Why is it
you only want to be not racist because you got caught saying some racist stuff.
Exactly.
Like I have no. This is one of the worst excuses I've ever seen. Maybe one of the most creative. I've never seen somebody say that my diabetes made me call somebody a nigger, but
just lying.
Just
and then it's still based on the fact that they were kneeling during the national anthem, which is some shit you should have been over a while ago.
And then that man was talking about I need to accept responsibility, but you made an excuse. Don't do that.
You gave an excuse. Said it's not an excuse.
I don't know how he still has a job, but
I know how he still has a job.
Shit.
Exactly.
They fired the production company who accidentally had the mics hot.
Wow.
Of course they did.
I know why he still has a job.
Are they in the South? They're in the South, right?
I don't know where it
no,
was.
because he kept saying it was like a Midwest city, like this beautiful Midwest town, and
it don't fucking matter. Racism is everywhere.
So
ass, you know why he still got a job.
Blow the whistle.
Also agree with his
his statement. Yeah. Blow the whistle,
you
sir.
You know, it just looks bad. It'll blow over.
We don't
Hell yeah,
blame
yeah.
that.
Drop in the bottom.
That's some trash, man. That's some trash. So blow the whistle on you for being racist. I don't have any patience for that. So Tech Top 5. Let's finish up. Last week's Tech Top 5 was best sport nicknames. I barely edged out a victory, but it was a victory nonetheless. It's barely, but it was there. This week's Tech Top 5 is the best MCU villains. Now, to clarify before we get into our list, MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. The
Not
universe
Marvel
starts
comic
with...
units.
Yeah, I thought it was Marvel comic universe, bro. I was like, why? Some of this shit is coming from the comics, but some of it ain't.
Yeah,
Makes
no,
sense.
it's only the movie. So
The only
the
shit.
MCU starts off with Iron Man in 2008. Just keep that in mind as well. Y'all know what movies count under canon. Don't be trying to not the three of y'all, but like listeners who go, no, X-Men. Like, no, they don't count. That's
Fox.
not in here.
That is Fox.
Like, come on. All right. Tim, who are your top 5 MCU villains? And then how did you clarify best for your list?
Well, mine is based on their tenacity and their deviousness. And
Fuck you too.
How
Just gets it.
how is it hard to kill this motherfucker? Like, how many niggas did he kill on the way here? Like, just
Tenacity.
evil, grimy motherfucker. So number 5, I got Ronan the Conqueror from Guardians of the Galaxy. That purple motherfucker was, him, that motherfucker. He was ruthless. Anyways, they took the which stone was it? The Power Stone? I believe the purple one. Whichever the purple one is, that's the one he had, and they took from him. Number 4, I got the Skrulls. I don't know if any of y'all watch Captain Marvel, but them devious motherfuckers is finna be.
Wait, the Skrulls were the good guys.
Yeah.
No, in the movie they were the good guys.
They were the good guys. The bad guys were the
They
Kree.
finna be the bad. Never mind. Okay, but you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Currently, they are the good guys. So I'll go back to who I had before, which was Loki. Damn, I don't want Loki. Fuck it. I'll put Loki at number 4. Actually, flip-flop. Loki be 5. I don't want Loki.
All right, 3.
Anyways, 3, Ultron. That was a devious motherfucker. Like, Ultron, he was... If you don't remember how Ultron was, or if you had to catch up on WandaVision and shit like that, and you had to go back, just go watch Age of Ultron. Like, that motherfucker here. Thank God they got rid of him. And then I got Hela at number 2 from Thor's sister. Oh my God.
Yeah, she
Thank
was a
God they took her out, because she left that motherfucking planet. It'd been a wrap for a lot of niggas. And number 1, of course, is Thanos.
Cool.
I'm gonna find something different for Loki, bro.
I went a different direction with my best. Like I actually went for like the most compelling characters. Also kind of factored in like how dangerous they were, like how serious of a threat they were to the heroes. So 5. I was gonna go Vulture, but I think I'll go Hela. 4, controversial, Tony Stark. He's a villain in Civil War. Although I will say it's also kind of fucked up. Like when you think about the full story,
It depends on what side.
Yeah.
I mean, the villain in Civil War was Baron Zemo. Like,
okay, the antagonist. He was an antagonist in Civil War.
Was he?
We took Skrulls off for Tim. I'm not sure if you can get this one fly.
If they're fighting, like it,
I put it like this: Tim, we're gonna take Skrulls off of your list. Does Tony Stark count on Eric's?
I mean, it depends on what side you took. If you took Tony
and
side,
I'm on Cap side.
Yeah,
so
he's on Cap side. So
and it's Captain America's movie. So
Cap was the villain. I'll run that down on his ass, because that motherfucker knew that his parents died. His best friend killed his parents. Wait,
and then they jumped out for being mad.
I don't think he actually knew. Like I think he was trying to cover.
He did know. He said it.
He
He
knew.
said it.
He said he knew. And
that's
then
why it's always been fucking.
When would he have known? When would he have found that out?
When Tony asked him, "Did you know?"
No,
he said
I know
yes.
he said that. That's what I'm saying. Like I know he said that. I'm saying like I think he lied to Tony to try to cover for Bucky, because that's what he did.
Captain America, Trump
He
supporter.
didn't lie.
Captain America was anti-government.
Like that was part of his thing.
Anywho,
Like,
let's move on. Let's move on.
I'm saying Tony Stark is a villain.
Let's move on.
Because he was
Number
on
3.
the side of the 3 is Loki, 2 Killmonger, 1 Thanos.
All right. 5, I got Baron Zemo, because he was one of the few villains who actually succeeded in doing what he wanted to do, and that was break up the Avengers. And he had Tony, as we just mentioned, Tony getting jumped for being mad about his parents' death when he was completely in the right to be upset. Like, them niggas was wrong for jump. Like, anyways, we'll talk about that offline.
Got it. I got my number 5.
Go
ahead.
4, I got Ultron. 3, I got Loki. 2, I have Killmonger. And 1, I have Thanos. And I just did best by like most compelling, interesting. Looking forward to seeing how Baron Zemo is used in Falcon and the Winter Soldier as well. I feel like he's going to be on more people's list after that series finishes up.
Okay.
I've replaced number 5.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
With Dormammu from Doctor Strange. Because in essence, even though it was the blonde dude, he was the one controlling him. In essence,
you're right. I didn't like how the movie did him, but like, yeah, he's one of the strongest villains. Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah, for real.
All right, so my 5 quick. I guess did like their impact. My personal favorite, and like how powerful they are, their impact on the movies and stuff like that. Number 5, Red Skull. Number 4, Loki. Number 3, Ultron. Number 2, Killmonger, and number 1, Thanos.
Sure.
I just want to give an honorable mention, shout out to Vulture and to Ego. Those are 2 villains that I really did like because the actors who were playing them they were off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't make the list, but they were close to it. They were close. And yeah, that's the show this week. We hope y'all enjoy. Make sure when y'all see that post come about who, the top 5, y'all make y'all votes. Y'all get them in there. Pick a winner.
Cap is right.
Cap is
almost cussed. I do not. It took me a while to like Captain America, and that movie did not help. I didn't like Cap until like Endgame. Like it took a while. But anywho.
Cap was right.
Hashtag FCap.
Hey, I'm here for that.
That's the show for the week. We hope y'all enjoyed. Share the show, like, subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. It helps us out so much. That being said, if you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On Twitter and Instagram. I unprivated my Instagram, so y'all can follow me on there again. So you better hurry up before I change my mind again. At Camille Monet, CamilleMonae, because
your mom is fancy.
Amen.
Cat Buster on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Goddamn right.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. K Harris216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, number 3, aka Ask Catch Him, aka Mr. Give It To Me. Ciao.
Ciao, y'all. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Hey.